Da-da-da. Hello, folks. Welcome to Records of the Realm. This is the Light Arc. These are most of the Radiant Babes. We are short one babe tonight, potentially joining if time so permits. Some of us get to be at conventions this weekend, so that's always fun.
Some of us get to be cool, I guess.
So, for now, you are stuck with us five. Before we get into circling around and sharing our info and then going through the recap, got our basically normal 3 announcements now. We have our Tiltify, which is still at 100 out of 200. We are trying to get to 200 to donate to Fun Texas Choice. If you'd like to help us out with that, we super appreciate it. Beyond that, we also have our stream store. If you want to check out the really cool merch that, at the very least, I'm wearing today. I don't know who else is wearing anything.
I'm not wearing it today. It's in the wash.
We got our wonderful little Rex doing their best. And third, we have our affiliate program with the Gemhammer. And I remembered a product from Gemhammer this time.
I'm so proud of you.
In addition to the deck of many things and its many different types from there, and their dice and their games, they have something called the Deck of Wonders, which might end up getting used tonight. So I'm actually glad I got reminded. So we can have this. Comes in a box. There's 100 cards here. This is just one of their products, 100 cards of random effects. They also have a Deck of Wonders After Dark, which is all stuff you'll probably see on the OnlyFans that we keep talking about that eventually probably happen. Very special effects for very special times. But we're gonna go around and do a quick set of intros. I will just say Rach, who is not here, usually right here, plays Temerity. You can find them at pink.tiefling, I believe. Great individual, takes great notes, started up our whole Google Doc note-taking thing for that, which has been fantastic.
It's like a novel.
Playing Temerity Serechor, who is causing issues for people, but also issues for himself. And it's great and it's fine. I am Vinny /Vander. You can find me at vander.vision. I do cosplay photography, videography, D&D content, and record keeper for most, if most of the stuff here. Corinne, you are next, so enjoy.
Hello, I am Corinne. I play Ethel Moonshade. She is a knowledge cleric of Selune, although right now she is nothing because her god is dead. So, you know, that's an adventure. Thanks, Vinny. But she is still here to have time, maybe a good time, maybe a bad time. We'll find out tonight. Both my pronouns and Ethel pronouns are she, her, and I think that's all I've got. So, yeah. Who do I move it up to? I normally can see.
Nova.
Up to Nova.
I forgot I muted myself, but I'm Nova. I go by they, them pronouns. I play Asunar Keyrel, our Drorc Barzard. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for tonight and the next couple weeks. I'm gonna move it over to my right.
You're also muted, Durs.
I am Durs, and let me get out of the light. Holy crap. I'm Durs. I play Damien Edgecrest on the Storyteller Squad podcast. And today I'm going to be playing Cinn Alamoad, our high elf chef, who happens to be an arcane trickster. And I'm hoping at some of the table games today I can use some of my trickery to win some extra cash.
Okay, and that leaves me. Hi, I'm Mel. I'm your resident merch fairy and conspiracy theorist playing Kanitae Baequiundilin, our party's half-elf lore bard, with apparently a lot of emotional problems. So yeah, that's me. And I guess I'll go into recap. Oh, you can find me on most socials as Mellowette. It's written above my face. You'll see it as Mellowette _ in the chat. Yeah. So, recap. Unless do I need to say anything else, Vinny, before I recap? Okay, cool. So, last time, we were getting ready to prep for Cinn's cooking class. We started off with Connie, who was at top of the rift after having a conversation with her former brother-in-law, Lysander. She approached Pastor Montego and kind of had like a low-key kind of heart-to-heart with him sort of thing of like, hey, I don't really know you, you don't really know me, and like maybe we should work on that because I don't really know you as a person. I only know you as a performer. Who are you as a who's Aster the person and not the performer? So we had that conversation. Ethel went to go check on our good exhausted buddy Delton. He's recovering, but only sort of conscious, so she leaves him a card. She also goes to church and kind of has a moment with Hildy, who's very anxious and uncomfortable with the fact that she can't like feel Selune anymore. She doesn't like that. Nobody likes that. It's a very uncomfortable time for all of the clerics at that temple. Meanwhile, Temerity meets up with Vito and formally asks him to be in a polyamorous relationship with him and his wife, Vivian. We finally got a name. Temerity's mysterious wife has a name, and it's Vivian. Vito gives him a key to his apartment. And then Temerity leaves to prep for the Innovation Fair. He gets some advice from Cinn about where to go for enchanted gems, and gets advice from Harmony on where to get the gems grounded to glitter and put into magic lube. I'm not getting over that anytime soon. He is directed towards the Primeval Artifice, and there's like a brief miscommunication where Harmony thinks like Temerity wants to destroy the Primeval Artifice, and he's like, or they're like, yeah, go for it, because that's like what we're all about, being like the whole body and like anti-magic and stuff. But like, no, huge miscommunication. At the Primeval Artifice, Temerity meets a magic user and a oh goodness, my eyes just got really blurry because I decided to rub my eye. Meets a wizard and a war-forged automaton of some kind made out of porcelain. They're arguing with this human with like long, like dark auburn hair, and just like a very sullen kind of expression, and they're talking about something with food, like a gravitational experiment with the food. I believe he introduces himself as Caster Lovato. I don't remember if he introduced the Warforged, but you know, the Warforged tries to turn Temerity away, and the human is like, nah, this is interesting. I'm gonna do this because these projects are boring, and offers to help Temerity make sparkly magic lube.
Say it with pride, Mel.
I say it with the utmost amusement. That's all I can muster. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I don't have the name of the Warforged, which is unfortunate.
It is Caster Levoto and Sievol. Sievol.
Yeah. As the hour for Cinn's cooking class draws near, Cinn shows up and asks Connie for a little kick of inspiration because he's a little nervous. You know, big fancy place, lots of people. We have in attendance a few familiar faces such as Aaron, Amos, Clyde, Darte of Dallas Darte, Bree, Scarlet, Edric, Ocello. At some point there's like a tense little moment because Ocello's like, what the fuck is Clyde doing here? Like, I thought he was gone. Kind of is like giving looks to Ethel, like, what the fuck is up, bitch? And Ethel's like, I don't know. So a nice tense moment there. There's a Connie chats up Aaron, who's Asunar's like longtime buddy and crush, and asks like them a few questions. Apparently, they were really close to the landslide. They've been in contact with the prominence of security Pasca. I might have this written down wrong, but no, wow, Polisa. I can read my own handwriting. I'm doing so good. There's also like a rose gold imp observing the class, which is interesting. There's like a fun little moment where Temerity sends Hex to go hit on Rose, and it does not work out. He tried his best. Let's see. We kind of close out the night with Ethel kind of being anxious because, oh god, my murderous ex is here, and nobody else knows that he's alive until today, so this is very awkward. Then proceeds to like distract herself by giving like pie tips to Aster and chatting up Lysander, who is teasing her about Connie potentially performing at Top of the Rift. The rest of the class seems to go without much of a hitch. Cinn stays behind to clean up. Aster gives him 100 platinum, which is a nice little sum for the class. And Lysander, Aster, and Cinn all stay after at Top of the Rift to work on their innovation projects and kind of have like a cooking bros night. It's cute. And that's where we left off.
Cooking Bros night for the win.
Cooking bros.
So, after the Cooking Bros night, after everyone gets to go home, Ethel, I believe, went home to work on some projects, but then went to the collective to have the safety and slight security that they have. Connie, I believe, went out and continued to practice some more for at least part of the night.
For the night, and then she went home and was doing a little bit more of a quiet practice at the collective. Wow, words.
Nice. So this is, there is no specific time for this, but you know, after the night of good times and hype that the gents are doing up in the Top of the Rift, I mean, if you're gonna put down a security deposit and like rent out a space, why not use it to the literal end of the night? Like, just use it till the end.
Yeah.
You guys all have the opportunity to fine-tune your projects, because you are all professionals in your whatever it is that you are working on. You are all automatically going to roll with advantage.
Yay.
In addition to that, this is the only time I'm going to probably allow this. Everyone can also basically double up on advantage, so triple advantage.
So roll 3d20 and take the highest?
So you guys will all automatically have advantage.
Okay.
If there are other ways you are getting help, and a couple of you have already discussed certain ones, and Temerity already discussed ones with me, so like that's already all set up, you can technically roll up to triple advantage. That is in addition to any other effects that could happen. So people who have the ability to give inspiration, give guidance. If you have another way to cheat the system, like, I don't know what they are, but there's ways to do it. So we're going to Asunar. Asunar.
Can you okay,
Yes.
now it's working. I would like to help with advantage by helping someone out who needs it, because I didn't do anything for the innovation fair because I chose not to.
That is fair. Of your 4 party members, at the very least, I know Temerity already has triple advantage, and I believe Connie also has triple advantage. I don't know about these two yet. I have no idea what the other two are planning. So we're going to go down the line and see what they're doing, and if we can include you into any of their plans, we will include you into their plans. Sound good? Right. And we are going to start up top and work our way down. to make it very, very simple. Cinn, you have, from the end of your guys' the end of your cooking class, you have probably another 14 hours before it's like the next day and before you have to like present your thing at the fair. What are you doing?
So while part of his project is the assembly, I think we're going to wait for the assembly until we get to the fair. That way I don't have to worry about, falling down or building things back up. So he's going to be cooking as much as he can throughout the night, getting as many of his graham crackers dipped in dark chocolate and get them decorated with the white icing webs and get the uh, chocolate stalagmites and stalactites set up and ready to go. So it's going to be prepping a whole bunch of materials. That way, when he gets there, he can put it all together pretty quickly. So if Lysander or Aster or even Una is interested in sort of helping put together those types of things, that will be appreciated. Cinn did get paid in enhance ability scroll, so we can get a little bit of extra boost to the dexterity, and then the enhanced journeyman's artisan kit,
Mm-hmm.
so which is an extra +2, and then guidance himself.
Yep, that sounds good. I will say, yeah, in the end result, you're getting a lot of good stuff. The regular kind of advantage for you is that you working with Aster and Lysander was kind of that gaining that extra advantage, because you had two professionals in very specific schools, and both in the cases of things that you need, basically there to help you, and you guys all had an opportunity to learn from each other. So if Una is free, Una could definitely be there to help you out and give you that extra little kick.
You can also lick the spatulas.
That's a good friend right there.
That's an enticing offer.
And that's how you get her down there. Uh, cool. So I would like you to roll me with triple advantage using your cooking modifier. You said you wanted to go dexterity, so you can go dexterity, and you can add whatever other additions that you got. So give me your roll, good sir.
Perfect. I'll do the dice first. Oh, 19 on the die is strong. Okay. 19 on the die, +3 dexterity, +2 from the kit is 5, so we're at 24. And then +4 for the guidance, so 28.
Nice. Awesome. 28 total. Describe what your end result looks like. What is this hours of work and like creation coming to with like a 28, almost near impossible? Like, what's this? What is this?
So one of the advantages to doing this in top of the rift is having plenty of racks to hold everything. So graham crackers, dipping them in chocolate, and when we're taking them out, we'll probably get a few different types of chocolate and do cool layering effects. So dipping half one in a darker, half in milk chocolate, getting it to sort of evenly space so it creates cool effects later on. The dexterity part is going to be a lot on the icing work to make it look like spider webs. And then because we've got plenty of time, putting sprinkles on and decorating that with icing so there's little spiders climbing all over things, and then decorating the stalactites and stalagmites using sort of like Hershey Kisses. and carving them, some of them to be ropers and other denizens of the Underdark. So preparing a ton of little decorations and things. So any help people were offering would be, helping to dunk and let the pieces dry and move them along. And while he's taking care of the dexterous work of, decorating all these little bits and pieces. And chocolate bar bridges going across later on. So
I hope everyone else brought snacks for this, because I did. Because I was like, I know description is going to get juicy at some point, so I need snacks.
We don't keep snacks down here. Actually, lies.
I just finished dinner, but I have the all banana runts. It was a 3-pound bag.
Jeez.
And this is the damage I've done to it in 2 weeks.
Okay, that's more reasonable. I was going to say.
Also, one of my coworkers may have taken like 1 or 2 handfuls. Like, he was the one that actually opened the package because I had it in my lunch bag.
Cool. Now, I do, and FYI, I have 6 other rolls, also with advantage for other participants as well. So I already have everybody else's rolls all set up. But that's still a fucking fantastic roll. So, A+ on that one. Excited to see how that's going to go.
If Durs does not win, if Cinn does not win this, I'm gonna be severely disappointed. This is despite the fact that Ethel is competing as well.
Well, Ethel, speaking of which,
Asunar is gonna destroy some shit if her friends don't win.
Ethel, it is your turn. Let's
Yes.
hear how your night of cooking goes.
I'm just gonna do some extra stuff and have Walter there to taste test and to help me do stuff with it.
The use.
I feel like there have not been very many times in the campaign thus far where Walter has been actively in the kitchen with Ethel. This is a situation where he is actively in the kitchen with Ethel because she is she doesn't care to win, but she cares enough about getting a good dish out there that she's just a little bit like,
there's some pride.
All right,
yeah,
taste this.
Yeah.
What does it need? Salt?
Yeah,
Vanilla?
There's still a little bit of pride, whether or not you're trying to go for broke. Cool.
Yeah.
100%. So, nice thing about having Walter there is Walter is basically going to be your own individual for like the help action triple advantage. I believe you also spent additional time at another point working on it where you got an additional D4, or I told you that you would have an additional D4. I can't remember when that was.
It's very possible you did, and I'm sure I wrote it down.
Okay.
How quickly I can find it is a different question.
That's fine. A D4 is not
Want me to try to find it?
A D4 is not going to make or break it, so I'm fine with giving that to you. They are very helpful, but so you're gonna roll your own triple advantage. You'll have an extra D4, and you're adding. Did we get you proficient in cooking yet? I forget if we have.
I'm proficient. I'm not expertise.
Okay, so proficiency in cooking, and you can add. I would say, like, with baking is different than cooking. I would say it's probably a wisdom or intelligence stat.
To be fair, baking is different from cooking, but the proficiency in cooking that we did was from baking pies. So,
Fair. Well, you're adding your proficiency no matter what. I'm debating. The M&M's turned on me. Holy crap!
Oh no!
Don't die.
I'm debating whether
we need you.
It would be basically intelligent. The only ones I can see working would be Dex, intelligence, or wisdom. In this case, I see a hand raised. Asunar.
Come on. Cooking is a science. Baking is fuck around and find out.
Is baking fuck around and find out? I'm pretty sure it's
Baking's a
baking.
science. Cooking is fuck around and find
I think
out.
you reversed that.
Okay, yeah, I reversed them. Baking is a science, like you have to get shit perfect, but cooking you can fuck around and find out. That's how
Exactly.
my partner cooks.
Exactly. That's why things are a little mishmashy. So I'm gonna let you choose, Ethel. You can do Dex, Intelligence, or Wisdom.
Okay. I'm aware that I'm a cleric and I'm saying this, but but I actually think it's a wisdom thing because a lot of cooking and baking is like intuition in addition to
You
tasting.
do not need to sell me on a thing I am already offering you.
Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is to add to the roll?
Yes, in addition. So
Okay.
again, triple advantage, 1d4, proficiency, and then wisdom. So a lot of stuff to add together.
I just need to make sure I get it all. That's all. Okay. Oh, I need another d20. I can roll 2 and then roll 1 again. That's fine.
That is true.
All right, cool. Well, that was a little bit more of an accidental throw than on purpose, but that is okay. We will deal with it. That is 22 total. I was at 11 on the die.
That's 22. All right. Yeah. So what does the night look like for you then? You and Walter. I'm assuming you guys like perfect the thing and then like make a fresh one in the morning or something. I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
What's the night look like?
So it is a lot of trying different ratios on the crust, because the crust is like graham cracker pecans and coconut and almonds and all mixed together, and so it's a lot of different ratios, trying it with the almonds, trying it without the almonds, trying it with the almonds on top of the bar instead of in the crust of the bar, and then it's perfecting the little custard, and I'm assuming, actually, because of pies, Ethel's made chocolate ganache several times before. So the ganache is almost second nature. And the custard is stuff she's done before too. So it's really just ratios of everything worked out and making sure it all works cohesively together in a nice dish. And then making sure she has all the ingredients and just carting those to the collective with her so she can use that in the morning. I guess actually no, she wouldn't take them back to the collective. She'd just come back home in the morning and make a fresh batch at her house, because different ovens do different things, and she knows that. And she wouldn't want to risk it in a different oven. So she would just make sure she has all the ingredients she needs for the next day set out and ready in individual containers in her fridge.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a thing I called you on, but that is a thing that I know as well. And I thought about that for a second, but I was like, that's mean. That's a real mean thing to do in D&D, to be like, all right, minus a D4 because you used a different oven. Like, awesome. Kanitae.
Ha 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 ha. So Connie probably, excuse me. I decided to put like a melting candy in my mouth, and I realized that this was a terrible idea. So Connie splits off after Cinn's cooking class to just like perfect the song that she's been working on. And at some point she takes the time to, well, in the morning is when she'll do it, but she basically just wants to focus on refining the song over and over and over again to before showing it to a potential collaborator in the morning once it's like done. But so she basically spends like, let's see, if it's what it's if we say it's like 9 o'clock at night, right now. I don't know what time, like what actual time
Yep.
since class gets out, but she'll stay up until like 1 to 2 a.m. like getting it just right. The next morning, she has that meeting with her potential performance partner, and they spend time like refining it as a duo together. And then she probably comes back to the collective to like take a nap before everything, plays it through a couple more times to the point where it's like, how do I explain? Like, just really get the muscle memory going, make it like breathing, make it so natural that she doesn't have to think about it, so that she can focus on some of the other elements that were incorporated in kind of at the last minute. So yeah, I don't know how much further you want me to go into
Nope,
that, or
that's
if
good.
that's good enough.
We'll worry
Okay,
about
cool.
the rest during the
Mhm.
during. Cool. Give me a roll. You also have triple advantage because you have someone helping you. And an additional thing that you get from this person helping you is they can add their charisma modifier to you thing. So
Ooh.
you add an additional +5 to whatever your roll is.
Okay, 5. I'm literally gonna hold up my hand because I'm gonna forget.
I'll do
That
it
it's
for
5.
you. Here, I'll do it for you.
Thanks. Okay. So triple advantage. Please be kind to me. Ooh, that one's pretty good.
That's a nat 1 or a nat 20? I think it's a nat 20.
20.
So,
Natural 20.
all right.
I'm assuming performance, right?
I would assume so. This is up to you,
Well,
but I would assume so.
yeah. So a +5 from my performance, and then from my collaborator, it's another +5, so it makes it a 30 total.
Oh.
All right. Cool. This is cool. I really love this die. It's been giving me nat 20s all day. I'm gonna try not to abuse that, but
Don't speak too soon. You could have just fucked yourself.
you know what? You know what? She gave me like 3 nat 20s today. I'm satisfied. It's all good. She's a good noodle.
Good noodle.
It's all good.
Cool. All right, we have.
Is this going to be a happy song or a sad song?
We'll
Like, are
find
you going
out.
to make the whole audience
Is it
start
gonna be a
bawling,
love
or-
song?
Why you have to say it in that tone,
No.
first of all?
It's
Because fuck you, that's why.
it's America the Beautiful, but for
Love you,
Witchfall.
buddy.
I know.
No.
It's Amazing
Kind
Grace, but for Witchfall.
I'm
Man.
so glad noise suppression works right now.
Cool. So we have those rolls all set up. That is good to go. What do you guys want to be doing? Oh, remember you get a fate point.
Oh, yes, thank you.
What would you guys like to do? It is the next day. You guys have your stuff prepped, and like when it is your time to present to people your different innovations, you will be able to do that. You guys who have things to put in specific spots, like Temerity, and then you guys with food, you guys will have basically stands that will like basically encapsulate your item and like keep it like perfectly preserved until it's looked at by judges. So like whatever it is you have, like is put on kind of like a pedestal type thing and then put into like a stasis, and then once judges come around to test it or look at it, or even other people just want to take a look at it, they can come by. But you now have the festival and all this whole variety pack of things that you can do. As you get to the Garden of Graces, the tents that some of you have seen before are all like spread out and placed. There are different activities going on all over the place. Some group activities that require a multitude of people. Some of them seem to be individual solo things. Like some people are just doing target practices with like daggers and bows. Some other people are, there are giant tents that seem to have their own spaces, and some you're hearing like groaning and disappointment out of. Other ones you're hearing like laughter. You hear a dragon roar coming from the tent with laughter. And there is just a whole bunch of mayhem going on. You guys have the list of things, but just so the audience knows the different things that are going to be available, I'm going to just give a quick read of the different items that people can participate in. There is the arm wrestling, karaoke battles. You can do spare the spar. I think you don't need a karaoke battle at this point. I think you're good.
I think I'm set on that front.
Targeted shots, which is basically archery, but it lets you choose any type of ranged weapon instead of just a bow and arrow. Stockaded prominence. You guys walk by and you see Azaran with a grin on, basically in front of kids, has his head in like a stockade type thing, and he's just letting them throw tomatoes and stuff at him. Every once in a while, he like touts a spout of like electric fire that like knocks away one of the things, but he lets people do it. But basically, as head of the city, they're letting him be his punching bag, like for the kids.
Oh my god.
Dunk the Mermaid, you see a gorgeous, ethereal-esque, blue cyan-haired mermaid who is above on a tank. She seems to be doing fine. Yes, I put this in specifically for you, Nova, because I know you can't help yourself, and I'm very excited to see what happens. Currently in its
Mermaids?
yeah, it's a Nova weakness that I know very well.
No, but the one shot you,
you
did
were-
way back in
You
the
were
day.
there the first time.
Yeah, I know,
You were
I
there
know.
the first time.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a
Okay for the mermaids. It was fine.
It seems to be a two-step process. You can throw the ball and knock her into the tank, but then you have to go to the tank itself and look at her in the eyes and see whether or not you end up being charmed into giving her a kiss. There is ring the bell, which is basically throw a hammer down and like hit the bell. There is the Almirage ring toss, which is basically a couple little statuettes of Almirage, which are little bunny unicorns. Literally, they are bunny unicorns, and you just have to toss little rings onto their horns.
There's a name for that?
Yes, that is the creature that Nialis had through the entire time that we played with Griff.
I never understood that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There is the blindfold lock pick, which is basically you get blindfolded and you have to, if you are talented enough in it, you have to go through lock picking through 3 different safes. Group activities, catch the dragon. It's a whole activity. That's where you're hearing the giggles and the roar coming from. Fizz Poppet's pickpocket. When you all get here, you are given a colored piece of fabric to put in one of your pockets, and you notice people are trying to steal the fabrics from each other throughout the day.
Oh, that's
So,
funny.
Just trying to collect the most. There is Living Tower, which is basically you build a pyramid, but with, however many people you have for how tall and how long you can. The Boredom Bargains, you see what seems to be a devil of some sort, like a fiendish devil, just sitting at a table with a sign out, just kind of looking bored, just waiting around, looking around at people coming by, and every once in a while someone walks in. Language Frisian, you see a turtle with a highly glyphed shell on their back. And from what you can gather from just going by this, you can walk up and talk to the person and decide to trade a language for a language. So you can actually learn a whole new language. If you hit a nat 20, which you roll a d24, if you hit a nat 20, you get a secondary language for free. If you hit a nat 1, you kind of become gibberish in a language for the rest of the day. So you kind of like half lose a language for a day.
Interesting.
There is a note giver who apparently is one of the people who is a diviner who is giving notes from people's past to people. So if you wanted a random note from somebody in your past, you get one at random.
Feels targeted.
There
I'm just
is
saying that right now.
there are different exhibitions going on, including the Innovators, which does include some of you guys with presentations. The whole body is putting up a exhibition of showing how they use their capabilities to destabilize magic, to kind of get new participants to join the whole body martial studio, because that's what is known up here. Ashen Agriculture has a spot that is showing off how they are growing their plants in like 3-dimensional space. There is also a little owlbear cub there, and they're explaining the process of turning the owl and the bear into an owlbear, like it's actual science. Orano Labs is showing off different stuff that Amos is working on, which is usually gem-based stuff because he likes working with gems. And then you can find vendors such as Ashen Agriculture selling food and various products that is from the Ashen Industrial name. Lumi Traces by Clover the Centaur is doing Lumi Traces for individuals. muse for a day, you can hire an artist to follow you around and do sketchings and etchings of you for the whole day. The corset battalion, if you want to buy a corset for yourself to get some special effects, you can get that. And then the Irish cherry blooms is selling specific bouquets and flowers for individuals there as well. So that is the whole list.
Define enhancements on those corsets. Explain.
It's just illusion magic to make big titty. No, there's. Sorry, the way you said that, I was like, "What is Mel asking of me?"
No, that's not what I was asking. Sorry, I forgot the word that you said before.
I know the way you define enhancements. I was like, no.
No, I was not trying to set you up for a titty joke.
Real good boob curvature is what you get. No,
real good boob support.
It is basically for people who are unarmored. It can work as armor. So it is magical stuff enhanced with armor capabilities, but also some other special ones depending on what you're looking for.
Nice.
So all of these things are available to you guys. If people have things they want to do, go ahead, and eventually when things start going down, I'll do one more round of like, hey, who wants to do what, and then we'll move on story-wise, but explore.
I have things I want to do, but I also have a question that I feel silly for this being the point where I ask it in. Is Amos the same Amos as in Gentlefolk?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't make that connection before just now.
I'm surprised neither of you asked that earlier. But
well, you told me, because you introduced... I remember meeting Amos first here, unless we briefly met him last season in Gentlefolk, and then he came up again in Gentlefolk 2 when we kicked back up. Yeah,
I met him in
remember
season 1.
Yeah, I only remembered him from here. And then you mentioned him again. I was like, oh, he was here. Okay, mental note for later.
He and Yvette were friends.
They were homies, yeah.
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 But yes, if you'd like to win prizes, trade languages, make a deal with the devil, whatever it is you guys are interested in doing.
So I feel like at the start of things, Connie is like napping still, so she's not there yet. She might have time for like one thing, but
that's fair.
Not time for all of it.
All right, you three. Anyone have ideas of things they want to do?
So many.
Cool. We can make it quick. Some of these are just rolls, so we can do it real quick if it's just some like things that you just want to like try out. But
yeah. I mean, first Sin wants to see if he can get away with doing the targeted shots using knifey.
Roll a deception check.
Uh, 13.
Tungsten, who's met you at least once before, comes and says, sorry friend, we have our own products here. If you specifically need a certain item because of a disability or something, we do have leniency for that, but I think you could make do with our daggers.
Ooh.
No, it's fine. I like the balance of this one, but I'm sure yours are fine too.
Sure, yours has wonderful balance, and I bet it never misses. But
oh my god,
gestures down at the others that are there.
Right. That's fine. I don't really need him to actually roll I was hoping for a quick buck there. Though I will try to do a quick buck at the Almirage ring toss. Because Mystic Hand, I feel, will be very helpful for helping to make sure the little ring stays on the horn and not bouncing around and popping off like is apt to happen at these types of carnival games.
Yes, and the nice thing about that is it doesn't read as magic, so that's very difficult for some people to gather. Yeah, so just make it fun. Roll me a dexterity check with advantage. Unless you're just like purely cheating, in which case
It was net 20 for a total of 23, so it looks good. He sells the shit out of
Nope,
it.
yeah, you 100% hit.
He even gets like, he misses the first two just to be like, oh, okay, I gotta learn the distance on this.
Yeah, each time you do it does cost you a gold. Oh wait, no, sorry. Let me reword this. It costs you guys, everyone, 5 gold to get in, and then you have 10 tickets. That was what it was.
Oh.
You can always purchase more tickets, but the 5 gold to get in is like the fee to pay for like all of the shit.
Which is very fair.
Yeah.
You're right. It's the very innovation fair.
Mel,
I had to.
The very invested, innovative fair, yeah.
I had to.
it was funny, but it was also bad.
I know.
That's the point.
Okay, so then I'll burn 1 ticket on the hey, I'm an amateur ploy, and then the
The second one.
how many in a row am I allowed to get?
What are you going for, man?
I'll get 3 in a row, and then Sin will take a break. I feel like at that point it's a little silly.
Okay. With 3 in a row, with a nat 20, and then like again, you've got the mystic thing. You can hit them so many times. My lists go. I hate it when my lists aren't where they're supposed to be. But anyways, you for hitting that 3 times, you get the option of either 3 tiny prizes or 1 small prize.
Whatever the less numeric but better thing is.
Gotcha. And you are given, you are offered 2 things. You are offered a wand or a wooden duck that when it's in water, it quacks.
A wand.
You are given a wand. Roll me a d4, please.
Uh, 2.
You have a wand that has the capability of casting Druidcraft 8 times.
Sweetness. And then I want to try that blindfolded lock picking.
Nice. Okay. That one, pretty easy. Let me get to the cool. You need to make me 3 lockpicking checks at disadvantage unless you have a way to cancel the disadvantage because you are blind.
Can I have either Knifey give assistance, or can I use my action to lockpick and my bonus action to control my mage hand, which is also lockpicking?
I think both of those are reasonable, and I love the idea of you having like your knife in your mouth, like you need like to have it there for as like an additional thing for picking just in case. All right, so give me 3 straight lockpicking checks then, using dexterity.
Perfect. Uh, 22.
That's the first one.
Yep.
I need 3.
Oh, sorry. 22, 13, and 17.
In that order?
Yes.
You get 2 out of the 3 locks, which doesn't bump you up to the large prize, but you do get 2 medium prizes. You are offered a wand, a single bean, or a huge dragon plushie. And you get to choose it twice. So, bean, wand, dragon plushie. It's like body pillow size. Like it's a big fucker.
Yeah, I'm not gonna carry this thing around all day. Sorry, guys. You'll have to earn your own.
Damn it.
I'm gonna get 2 ones.
2 ones. All right. Roll me 2d10s.
I'm really curious to know what the bean is. The singular bean. Just the one.
Do you think it's a bean, like those beans that you throw on the ground and become stuff?
Oh, maybe.
Probably. 3 and 2.
3, 2. Okay. You get a wand that can cast Friends 8 times. Oh, and a wand that can cast Guidance 8 times. So you now have 3 cantrip wands, which each give you access to a spell 8 times.
These are nice wands.
Right? These are pretty cool.
Ashen Industrial's not bad, guys. They'd make some great shit. The glare, the double glare, makes me so happy. Cool. So
What? Ethel doesn't have a problem with Ashen Industrial
no, but
yet.
my players do, and it's great.
I'm flipping you off for both mine and Corinne's sake because Corinne's too polite to do it.
That's fair. Ethel and Asunar, are there any games or things you guys would like to play? 1 or 2 rounds of?
I think you already know which one I'm going for.
Yep. You gay ass son of a bitch.
Listen, we
Want
just know
smooches!
we know that it's Nova's greatest desire to get smooched by a mermaid. Okay, it's fine.
It's funny because Nova, I think, has a mermaid tail, so Nova can be the mermaid giving
I
smooches.
have several.
Nova can be the merfolk that
This is a
gives
new
out
fact.
the smooches.
This is a new fact that I'm learning about Nova, and I'm thrilled.
Cool. Go ahead. How many tosses you want to do? Every ticket gives you 3 tosses for this game. So
I'll start with 3.
let me actually figure out where the numbers are for this.
Mel, don't fucking look at me like that.
I can't. It's just so.
I need 3 dexterity checks from you then.
I'm just distinctly remembering the Zodiac one shot that Vinny ran years ago with this very similar premise.
No, not a similar premise. I mean, there's a
Well,
mermaid.
there were smooching mermaids. That's all. Like, how'd we
Well,
do,
wasn't it-
boo-boo?
First roll was a natural 20, so that's a 22.
Nice. Nova embodies Asunar in this very moment and just one shot nails it.
No. But also, the stupid smile on my face is that I'm using the die that my partner got me, and I always forget that the 20 set has a heart and says "marry me."
Bro, that's gay.
Dude.
I love it.
It's gay as hell.
All right.
Cool.
This is fine.
She
Get your smooches, boo-boo.
Yep, she falls into the tank and giggles, and then comes up to the edge, puts her head on her arms, and just one finger.
I walk over.
All right. So you can just fail this. This is a DC 15 charisma saving throw. You can choose to fail it.
Would Asunar choose to fail is the question.
Yeah, I only got a 14.
You feel a very strong urge to give her a smooch, and you assume she also wants
Smooch
that.
mermaid.
I smooch.
All right. You take a couple seconds. Actually, we're gonna figure out how long this kiss lasts. Roll me a d8.
Oh boy, where's my fucking 8?
D8, damn.
That's a 3.
Cool. So this probably quick peck lasts about 9 seconds. So it goes from so it's a little extended. Someone in line is just like someone else who wants to throw. But she gives you a smile, gives you a wink, and then swims backwards to get back up on top of the I don't know what it's called. Plank? Seat?
The sea. Whatever.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Plank makes sense because either way, when you get off of it, you're falling into water.
Yeah, gets up on the plank.
The
again.
seat. It's a seat.
Seat plank, the plank seat. Yes.
seat.
She climbs back up, gives you a wave as you head off. Let you know that apparently you need a nat 20 to hit this. So the fact that you rolled the only thing that you needed to hit it on the first try is very funny.
Nice.
Is there
Connie would have taunted the fuck out of you. Ah, damn it.
is there a secondary thing that you would like to do? You're welcome to try to go back again, but it does require a nat 20 on your part for you to hit it. So we can see how many smooches you get for the course of a half hour.
Get all the mermaid smooches.
Try. I think I might try arm wrestling.
Awesome. I'm just gonna ask, Cinn or Ethel, do you want to be challenging Asunar to arm wrestling? Otherwise, there's gonna be someone else there.
Ooh.
I think we want it to be something worth watching. I don't think Cinn's gonna try.
Wait, is Connie even there right now? You said she was napping.
She is napping.
Yep.
She was up late.
You're missing the first couple. First couple of things are gonna be just you guys, and then eventually Connie will.
Yeah. She was up late.
back
She
in.
was working early. She needs a nap.
Okay, so 100%. It is just you, Asunar. There's a big Goliath there with a stone table and a pair of like stone bench seats.
Fucking
Um,
fuck you.
and
Where's his boyfriend? Huh? Where is he?
doesn't have one. He's straight.
Yes, he does.
Some people can be straight in my universe, Mel. I will allow it. But yeah, you are there and sitting down. This person looks very built as well. So you need either of you need to have 2 straight athletics checks wins in a row. So you are welcome to do other things. So if you plan on using a rage or anything, go ahead, but that's up to you. Otherwise, it's just going to be a straight roll.
Telling the crystal gems what you did.
So what is your first athletics check? I always forget if you're proficient or not.
I am. So I'm gonna rage so I get advantage.
Cool.
Alright, and whoop. First one is another fucking nat 20, so that's a 26.
They rolled a 12, so you immediately have this arm down almost 2 notches. There's a surprised look as like the grip tightens once more to try to force your arm back up. A little surprised at the immediacy, the strength of a mermaid kiss, folks. All right, go ahead and roll your second check.
Right, that's a 24.
Also wins. They rolled so low both times. They have a +10 and they just did real bad rolls both times. So yeah, you were able to, whatever it is, you watch them just be like, what is up with you? And as they're like trying to finish the sentence, you just knock their arm to the table. There's kind of just like a stunned expression, be like, all right, good game. Guess you're the new champion of the table, and just like gets up and lets you sit there.
What?
Yeah. You keep playing until you lose.
Oh my god.
So now Asunar is at the table for a little while. So as Asunar sticks at the table, Ethel, what would you like to do?
I have a couple things I'd like to do, but I'm gonna ask Walter if he has something specific he wants to go do first.
That's a great question. What would Walter?
Also, I don't know if you talked about Spare the Spar and what that is.
I did not talk into detail. I kind of went on like the simple version, and then I was like, I should actually explain these as I'm going on. Spare the
Okay.
Spar seems to be, instead of like arm wrestling, which is kind of like friendly or like slightly competitive, Spare the Spar is two people get into a ring with like base wooden weapons and beat out whatever grievances they have with each other.
Cool. Not doing that. we're gonna be good for now.
Basically, if you want a 1v1,
Hey Clyde, come here.
yeah, if you want to have a 1v1 with somebody that you got the problem with, that this is how they like handle it civilly.
Yeah.
So,
Look, if Clyde figures out and is upset with me, we're heading to the Spare the Spar. That's fine. But assuming we make it there, before a fight happens. But I'm not gonna drag Clyde into that when he doesn't remember who I am yet.
100% fair.
Because I'd rather him not remember.
Of the options here, I think he likes the idea of both of the things he has are long-term day things, which is one, he wants to start doing the pickpocket thing where he goes around and just like tries to take people's fabrics just for the amusement of it, and the other thing is he wants to hire a muse to follow you guys around for the day.
That's super cute. Cool. On that note then, I kind of want to do some of the group stuff, but I want to do it with other people. So I want to go to the language Frisian because that sounds cool, and I also want to go to the note giver. But I have a question about the language Frisian. Does that make it so that I can't talk in any language, or just like one specifically I half lose?
You're just kind of gibberish at it, like for a day. It's like probably common because that'd be the most fun because it's the most common language. Is just like you say like 3 words right, and then like instead of saying like door, you say barnacle. You're like, so can you like open the barnacle for me? Like it's just gonna be like random words are just in the wrong spots.
Okay, and it's on a natural 20. You get a new language just for the day, or for
You gain
longer.
an additional new language.
Oh, then we're totally doing the language version. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. This is an acceptable risk.
Cool. Yeah. Give it a roll.
Oh no, it's a 19. So close. Okay.
Pretty solid. Still pretty solid. Like at least it wasn't a nat
solid.
1.
Which 19 is very close to the one, but it was not a.
It is very close. Yeah, so 19, you sit and you just like have like a casual conversation with this turtle folk for a little while. And like as it goes on, what language are you trying to trade?
Am I swapping a language I already know out for a new one?
Correct.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is if you aren't hitting a nat 1 or a nat 20.
Oh, gotcha. In that case, I think I would like to trade Halfling out.
Mhm.
And gain. Can I take Sign as a language? Because we've talked about that. Cool. Then that's what I'd like to do.
Awesome. Cool. So you explain in Halfling what language it is that you want, and explain that you're looking to get your VSL, Vagari Sign Language, down. We also have FSL if you want specifically Furbolg Sign Language. Those are the only 2 that currently exist. But yes, you explain that you just want to be able to sign better, and this person begins signing to you, and you continue to talk in Halfling, and like slowly you're able to understand their signing. And as it happens, there's kind of just a mental swap, a magical mental swap in your head as you slowly stop speaking Halfling and start picking up the signing, and they are also signing back at you. It's a very weird experience. It's the closest thing I can equate it to is if you ever read the Animorphs book. It's like you're just slowly being a person and slowly morphing into this thing that's not a person. So your brain's just going slowly from Halfling and then becomes sign language.
That's so interesting. Oh, that's so cool. All right. Vinny, have I ever told you I'm a fan of your work?
Yes, but I always appreciate the compliments. They honestly, they
Especially when Vinny gets yelled at a lot, he needs the compliments.
Yeah, you know, it's really nice when I get a compliment once every 7 sessions.
Yeah.
Because I get yelled at
Listen,
every session.
Vinny, you're a fantastic world builder. You also break my heart on a regular basis, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the reason we yell at you is because you're doing a good job.
Yes.
That's fair. Always take that. Yeah. So the fun thing is though is Clyde has already begun. Not Clyde. Uh, Walter has already begun. He like left you for a couple moments just to go and like he went behind the vendor that you're talking to for the Frisian thing and just like swiped their handkerchief and now it came back over to your side. And as that's going on, there is just like a very starving artist looking like humanoid with like just long raggedy hair with just like charcoal and just some pastels just slowly sketching this moment as it plays out.
Did
So
Walter pay for
Mhm.
adorable?
Yeah.
I love him so much. Nothing bad is allowed to happen to Walter ever.
Yeah.
He's too good.
Nah, that's season finale shit.
Fuck you.
Love
cool.
hard,
We're gonna ignore
love,
that.
love hard attacks. But yeah, so Walter just like looks over, like grabs a couple of the drawings, and then just gives a thumbs up, and just watches you as you like fucking like siphon a new language out of somebody. It's yeah. What else would you like to do? I don't mind. I'm giving everyone at least two, but if there's more that you want to do, I don't mind allowing one more before we let Connie actually show up.
I think I would like to also I'm gonna actually I would like to go to the note giver, but it feels basically Ethel's comment to Walter as she does it, she's like, it could be terrifying, it could be interesting. Only one way to find it could be boring. Only one way to find out.
Cool. Yeah. As you're approaching, who are you thinking about?
Oh, do I have to think about someone specific?
You don't know. You don't know how this works.
I don't know how this works.
Exactly.
I think
You might tell me you're thinking about Clyde, and I'm like, here's your long lost sister, who's just like, I wish I got to meet you before I died. Like
what I think here's the problem is she's got Clyde, but she's also who's kind of a person of the past, but also kind of a person of the present right now. So but I think she's also thinking about Selune, and she's like, it would be too much to receive a note from a god. I think, particularly a dead one. But who knows where this will lead?
Or which rendition of Selene you'll get, because aren't there like multiple?
I mean, technically, according to the lore, her mood changes with every phase, but also according to Vinny's lore, yeah, there are several, and I don't know how long the one that I have personally talked to in this campaign has existed as a god.
let's see. You walk up. This specific thing, some things require money, something requires tickets. This thing requires 3 tickets. So,
cool.
as long as you're willing to give them up, and Walter also has some that he's not going to be using. But
cool. That's fine. If Walter wants one, I'll even give the tickets for that.
D20 for Walter. This is how we make decisions, folks.
Am I rolling a d20 for
No,
Walter,
I did.
or you?
I got it.
Okay.
He's mine. No.
Okay.
You're fine. You hand over your 3 tickets. And as you do, they just kind of evaporate into like just particles in the air. And like as that happens, it kind of makes it's hard to notice this unless you like do photography, in the sense that like you can make it physically happen. But it's kind of like as the particles go up into the air, you watch almost a ray of sunshine actually start like appearing, like almost like there's actual rays of light coming through. And as that happens, this rabid folk holds up a blank piece of parchment to the light. And the particles from those notes collide with the parchment, and without even looking at it, they fold it up and then hand it over to you.
Thank you. I'm going to step out of the tent, around to the side, and open it up and read it.
You told someone Nick's secret, you whore?
Judy?
Oh, it's absolutely from Judy. She's gonna kind of read it. It's gonna do the blink and shaking of her head, like that's not who I was expecting it to be from, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, they're just watching you with a smile, being like, I'm so curious, this could be really cute. What is that facial expression that's going on her face right now?
And she's just gonna mutter back to the paper. She's gonna say, I didn't tell them it was his. And she's gonna fold it back up. And tuck it into her bag. Because she's not gonna throw that away.
Nope.
She's stupidly sentimental, it's fine.
Alright.
Shit.
I wonder if Judy actually knows that, or if it's just like, I want to know how this works. This trick, I want to know how this works. Anyway, because if she comes back to life and she still remembers that exists, that might be a problem.
Alright, so everyone of you three got 2 down. Connie, you can finally wake up and rejoin the party.
Yeah. So Connie shows up, a little more cleaned up than the last couple times everybody's seen her.
Where did you sleep, out of curiosity?
The collective.
As you come out of the collective, out of the rooms to go out the front entrance, you see Trine is asleep at a table with just like books.
Connie's gonna go over to her and kind of like gently shake her awake.
You do that, and she, like a dagger out, wakes with a start.
Hey, it's all right.
Throws it onto the table. Oh,
Long night.
so tired. I feel better
How long
now.
have you been at this?
I don't know. I finally got some sleep last night. I just couldn't stay awake any longer.
What were you reading?
It was actually, I don't even know what was reading. She like opens up the books. Her voice sounds like real gravelly, like she hasn't spoken in a while either. She's like, looking up stuff about Anta Plenty, I guess. Trying to see what, because it's weird that we have like an aspect of a deity on our flying like city, right? I think it's weird, but I mean, weird.
I mean, I guess, but
You sound
it's
so unfazed comparatively.
well. I mean, it's kind of cool, but
cool too.
you know, I mean, yeah, we only learned about aspects recently, and she seems, for the most part, ambivalent or, you know, non-threatening. So I haven't. Granted, she said some very pointed things to me, but you know, she seems like she's here to help rather than harm. So,
roll me an insight check.
oh no. Okay, 12 plus insight is a 4, 16.
Oh, sorry. Guess M&M's is just not my thing of choice tonight. They are fighting against me. What was the roll?
4, plus 4 was my modifier. It's a 16.
Gotcha. She in like a half days as you talk, you're like, we only just learned about aspects. She just goes, and just like shakes her head a bit, and then like you keep talking, and it's like, and you explain like her telling you some pointed stuff. Is like, bad pointed or good? It can't be good pointed. If you're saying it like that, it's not good pointed.
It was personal. You kind of gave me a look just now, like this is not your first rodeo with aspects. What's up with that?
It's a very long story. But let's
I
just
mean,
say...
is it so long that we'll miss the innovation fair, or can you summarize as we walk?
Oh, that's going on right now.
Yeah, come on. You need some fresh air. Let's go.
Caramel covered apples, please. And
Let's
just
go. Come on.
She explains a little bit like, I don't really know how much I can really tell you. Best thing I can explain is I've run into a couple aspects before. It's a thing.
Like who?
Looks up, kind of like am I gonna get in trouble type thing. And sighs and just points to her symbol of Mistra. Ran into her, ran into them.
Okay.
Uh,
Mistra, how familiar would Connie, I mean, as a lore bard, would she be fairly familiar with like a good chunk of deities, or at least like know of them, because there's probably like legends and shit about
you
them,
should know.
or
You would know of them. Like, I mean, like,
okay.
I would assume again, most
So
people.
if
Like,
I heard the name Mistra, I'd be like, oh, they're the god of XYZ.
yeah, you know
Okay.
that much at the very least.
Gotcha.
Mistra met once would be a lie. Met Mistra a few times. That was the weirder.
Wait, you met
Interaction.
Mistra or their aspect, or both?
They're kind of the same thing. They're different, but they're the same. The aspects. I'll say the aspects.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I haven't had any moments in the sky with my deity like some people do, apparently. I don't know.
Oh, Mistra's your god?
Points back to the symbol on her thing. Yeah.
I assume nothing. Okay, my mistake. Big misunderstanding. And we never talked about this before. I mean, like, I'm personally like not personally tied to a deity or anything like that. So, fun new fact I'm learning about you, I guess.
I don't recommend
Go
it.
on.
Don't recommend it. They're pains in the asses. Met aspect of Umberly. She's different. She's real different.
You met the aspect of Umberly.
Yeah.
What was she like?
Flirty. Real flirty.
Oh.
It's fine. Like, I didn't hate it. It was just. It was.
Was she at least cute? Is the question. Like, if you're gonna get
so cute.
okay.
She's like slightly heavy set. She's the cutest little thing. I loved her. So cute. But
all right.
God or aspect. Either way, too much. Too much. Mortals are hard enough. Like, why gods? Ugh. Yeah. So just
The way she's saying mortals has me like concerned. But anyway, continue.
Fair enough. I mean, you can bring that up if you want, but yeah, no, it's just like, you're
I feel like she would try to make some kind of insight check on that, but like not really discuss it further.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. That's a natty one.
Cool.
I'm too tired.
That's fair. Yeah, not everyone's too tired. Or at least you guys are. You guys who are in the collective still are too tired.
I just woke up from my nap. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
She's like, did you finish whatever it was you were putting together for your performance? You feeling good about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So, but back on the aspect topic, is that all? Or how many have you met?
I feel like telling you 2 of them should be more than enough for me, for what I said earlier to make sense.
Hey, but give me like a rough number. You don't have to name all of them, but like give me a rough number.
Begins counting them on her fingers. 5, I think.
Wow.
6.
Counting on a plenty, or
7. 6 or 7. I don't know.
okay.
One of them, I don't know if it was an aspect or just a really protective guardian, which is kind of what aspects are. I don't know. It's
okay. You can't leave me high under on that one. You got to explain that one. That's the last one I'm going to press you about. That's only 1/3. No, that's about half. But I digress. Like, that's just too interesting. You can't leave me in the dark on that one.
Can you imagine a direwolf the size of a small wagon with giant angel wings? That's basically what it was. I don't know how to describe it more than that.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just a lot. I don't know if that was something guardian of like the forest or something, or like an aspect of like, I don't know, Sylvanas or Lady Twilight or one of those other ones. I have no idea.
Right. Okay. Sorry, Mel's brain short-circuited for a second. excuse.
Yeah, I saw it. It was fun. I saw the malfunction happen. It was great.
Right. Okay. So just like, did they like pass through? Like, have you always been here? Or how long have you been here in the city? Like,
So fun thing about being an elf, you really lose track of time after a while.
oh, so this could have been ages ago.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them, not recently. I've seen them, like, within
Over time.
what I remember. I just don't,
Right.
I couldn't tell you. 10 years up here? 5 to 10 years up here. I don't know
Okay.
more than that. If you haven't noticed, there's
Right.
times where I lose track of some things. So
Yeah. No, I noticed. Is there anything I can do to help with that?
I'm surviving fine as far as I can tell. Oh shit. And then like goes through things like work and then like hands you 250 gold. I forgot I have all your guys' money from yesterday.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that's thanks. She was just gonna pocket it.
A list of things that I forget all the time. Just at the money.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot on your plate. We all kind of do, so fine. Are you submitting anything for the fair? I don't remember seeing you working on anything.
Not really. I debated it, but like I've seen these come and go, and as much fun as a bunch of gold would be, or whatever the heck the prize is this time. So like the year that there was a manor up for grabs,
A manor?
I thought about it. Yeah, there was one of the manors went up for grabs once, and that was
That's like over the top.
yeah, that makes sense considering. But
What does that mean? You keep trying. You're a delightful person, but sometimes you're real freaking cryptic, and
Okay.
I don't know how to handle it.
I'm sorry. I meant it's the over the top makes sense because the winner that year was over the top. It was Aster.
Oh. Really? Huh. So is that how he got like his big launch? Is that what happened?
Well, I'm sure the festival didn't hurt, or the fair didn't hurt, but like, I don't know. Once he started coming up here, I mean, he started coming up here before I was even up here, I think. But like,
Uh-huh.
he got noticeable after a while. Like it.
Right. Interesting. I can't make heads or tails of that guy.
I find it easier to not worry about him at the very least. He seems fine. I haven't. As long as I've been up here, he hasn't been an issue. He just seems. I don't have a word for it. Yeah, no, what you say, I don't. Hard to pin him down. So what do you plan on doing
you
at the festival?
Is this trying to ask me what I plan on doing at the festival?
Yes,
or
this is her asking.
Okay.
You can also interrupt with your question first if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know what your question was, but
I don't remember what my question was either. And she goes, well, I've never been, so I don't really know what to expect, but I'm gonna perform later. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really care much about the actual like winning the contest thing itself.
that's good.
It's not my priority.
I feel like if you don't care, you're a better chance of succeeding anyway, so it's probably a good thing.
I guess I'm not really going in with the intention to win or succeed or whatever it is. I just kind of want to do a little something.
I mean, there's really fun if you go around. You can steal people's colored handkerchiefs. They've done that before. That's always really fun. I will say some of that is. I think that's kind of the cops trying to stereotype people. They kind of track people down on what they would do with that. That's the one creepy part about that thing that I don't really like.
Oh, yeah, it's a little shady.
But there's also, since Azaran's been up here, that he has the whole catch the dragon thing where you and a group of people can go into a tent. Apparently they covered the dragon with grease or something, and their little like sapphire dragon runs around hiding in like blue bushes and stuff, and like you guys have to try to capture him and like drag him back to like the starting line or finish line or whatever. I've been part of one team. We did that once as the collective. The collective did that once. We didn't win, but it was really fun.
Do these activities continue to run after like presentations? Because that sounds fun, but I kind of don't want to get dirty yet.
Sure.
Question for my fellow players. Can we fucking do that, please?
Sure.
I'm totally down if it's after Connie's presentation, at least.
Yeah. She's like, I think that they go on almost the whole day as long as people are, energized and able to do it. Some people just like rest at their stations and stuff. They don't want to kill people over this, but sometimes, people need to rest.
Right. Okay. What else? Do you have a favorite game aside from Catch the Dragon?
She's like, I really like that one. Target practice. I'm a pretty good shot, so that's like free stuff for me, which I have no problem with. I mean, I don't know if you and Zafira are on enough speaking terms, but if you guys wanted to go to Spare the Spar together, they literally make a thing where you can beat the crap out of someone you have a problem with.
Connie just kind of shakes her head and just is like, I need that door to stay shut for a little longer. She gets like an uncomfortable expression on her face. And just, I'm smiling right now because Kat.
I know, because those two dumbasses. Yeah, I get it.
I love you guys.
Yeah, but she's the mood sours a bit at like that mention.
Yeah, no, her mood is a little. She's like, believe me, as much as I would like to beat the crap out of her, like, it wouldn't really do me any good.
Ooh, karaoke. I'm assuming you would destroy at that. Go toe to toe with Aster, maybe. Have fun with that.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm gonna rest up for now until after I'm done. In that regard.
That is smart. Okay. You two eventually rejoin the others at the strangling.
I'm not a chicken, you asshole. I fucking see you.
You guys rejoin at the festival. All of you individuals are able to meet up and get together. Connie, if there is one or two things you would like to do by yourself real quick, is there anything from the list that interests you?
The one she would probably want to do by herself, just out of sheer curiosity, is Note Giver.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that.
Accidentally put my cat into a trance.
Yeah, so you can give your three stubs, 3 tickets, and a literally identical process that what happened with Ethel's happens. Where are you? The ticket stubs go into the air, the parchment is opened up so the ray of light can basically form the words onto the note. It is folded up quickly and handed off to you.
She'll just take it, and kind of similarly to Ethel, she won't open it until she leaves the tent. I don't know if Trine is still like hanging around her, but
do you try to separate from her?
Not really. She doesn't care.
She will like, turn away when you're reading a private note, but like if you're down to hang out with her, she would like to hang out with you, so.
Yeah, no, she'll hang out with Trine. She's cool with Trine, but yeah, so she'll just like take a little peek at the note.
Cool. What you find is detailed love letter.
Oh,
Yeah, it is descriptive. The part that throws you off is the beginning part where it says "Dear Asunar." Um, and there are a lot of descriptors, similar to another love note that was being given, but in a different, more analytical way. It sounds like someone who only knew Asunar from her time as a gladiator, and it seems a little obsessive. Sounds bad, unfortunately, but there's not really a better word for it.
fixated, infatuated.
Infatuated works. Infatuated is probably closer, but it is more of like the a focused infatuation of Asunar, describing her in the ring and her gladiatorial styles, and like deep detail about that. And you see at the end of the note says, "I'm sorry for all of the hounding, but I didn't know how to talk to you otherwise." From Lonnie.
Oh, I think that stops Connie dead in her tracks. She would not know how else to react to that.
That's right.
Especially with this, like at first she kind of slows her pace a little bit as she realizes that this is another letter to Asunar, but then she gets to the bottom and it's from Lonnie, who's dead. And she just like looks back at the tent and then looks to Trine and just goes, has this vendor been here before? How the fuck does this work?
I've never gone to it, so I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
she's just gonna show her the love note to Asunar outright. Like it's by Lonnie. Like she's like, just I don't even know what to make of this.
She reads it and like begins looking very confused and stuff too. And like as the note turns over back to you, like she hands it back to you, you see that it's crumpled up in a way that was not crumpled from the way it was folded before. There seems to be details in it that weren't from the moment that it was handed to you from her. It's crumpled like a note that got thrown away, like someone who just like crumpled it up and threw it in the trash. But Trine looks at it as like, okay, well, I actually don't know what to do about this.
Don't.
Is there? Do we show her? That's hurtful, right? Showing her this is mean.
I think.
Also,
I feel
hiding
like,
it is
yes,
mean. This
there's
is just
no-
mean no matter
There's no
what.
good way to. Yeah, there's no good way to go about this.
Maybe after the festival.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you on that one.
She just like hands it
Maybe
back to
after the
you to be
festival.
like, this is not mine. This is you do what you think
Connie's
is
gonna
right.
fold it up real fucking tiny and stash it way at the bottom of her bag. Or actually, no. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna fucking put it in her boot. Like she's going to like undo her boot, be like fucking stepping on this shit, and then tie her boots back up because she does not need that spilling out somewhere where it's not supposed to be. No, ma'am.
Yeah, trying just giving you a look like, okay, so they liked her too. Okay, that's a thing.
Two?
Yeah. Have you not noticed Asunar is like super popular with the people?
Wait,
It's
who
the
else?
gladiator. I think it's the gladiator things.
I mean, yeah, like it works, but who else? Just out of curiosity.
I just want yeah, I guess maybe like people like um, other people. It's fine.
No, like I'm just curious, like who? Because I like, it's kind of been a blow to the ego to have like her, childhood best friend like not return her feelings. So,
Oh, I mean, are we sure about that? Like that's a thing. Like I'm pretty sure the one interaction we remember is them seeing each other face to face, and then Asunar left and went and murdered somebody. So I don't know if there was time to judge What kind of feelings were there?
Considering they're getting married to Asunar's rival, like I think that's enough of a signal, don't you? I mean, I'm speaking specifically from like a more like monogamous type of standpoint, obviously, because you're polyamorous, right? But I don't think, I've actually never asked Asunar if they're okay with that kind of arrangement, but I'm assuming based on the way that she reacted, no, but mostly because in relation to her like nemesis. It's not a good vibe.
Is it nemesis or rival? Like, did they want to murder each other, or did they just like not like
They
each other's
just
fighting
can't
styles
stand
on the
each
field?
other. Nemesis, rival, whatever you want
That's
to call
fair.
it. They don't get along. That's
Well,
it.
I mean,
They're opposing forces.
that's fair. I would just I would just say that, like, if someone had feelings for Asunar and like the hand just kind of like openly gestures at you, not really, but just kind of like is in your general direction for a moment, like I'm assuming the people would just tell her. It's just seems like a thing, and she just kind of like slowly turns away. And sometimes best friends or rivals or like compatriots, like they all can end up liking. Like, who knows? Like, things hide feelings. I'm gonna go get caramel apple.
Check. Can I get an insight check on that? Can I get a fucking insight check on that? Is she calling me out right now?
Roll an insight check.
Or outing herself.
Oh my god.
Could be
Okay.
both.
17.
17. Do I gonna give her a roll? I'll give her a roll. Let's give her a roll. That's a bad roll. Yeah, she's like definitely calling you out a little bit. Like it doesn't seem like she has all the pieces, but like
She's
kinda,
not stupid.
She's purposely pressing you to see if the pieces start fitting together a little bit.
I think like when she gestures at Connie kind of like quirks an eyebrow at her, like, what do you mean by that, Trine? The fuck you trying to insinuate, Trine? But just like she's trying to play cool, but I think in the moment, maybe not playing it cool. Because she's also asking about who else is into Asunar. Like, that's not subtle, okay? Like, it's just not.
No, but unless other people are around you right now, she doesn't need to be super subtle about it.
No, I know, but I'm saying Connie pressing about who else is into Asunar and then getting called out by Trine. Like, obviously, this is kind of happening because like Trine's kind of right. Like, so she's just kind of like squinting at her a little bit. She's got one eyebrow raised. Like, do you? How did you?
Caramel apple?
Yeah, sure.
I have really good ears.
Oh,
Sorry.
please don't say anything.
I'm not. I was honestly, until I heard that a couple days ago, I was going to ask you out, but that seems like a bad idea now.
Oh,
Caramel apple? Just keeps pointing, it just slowly starts moving towards it.
Yeah, caramel apple. She's gonna pay for Trine's caramel apple and just give it to her and just be like, I'm so sorry. I was so oblivious.
Okay. You don't have to feel bad for this. I'm sorry. Technically I'm the one who kind of listened in on your private conversation and also am kind of calling you out right now, so shouldn't I be apologizing? I'm sorry?
Wow, okay. Sorry, I'm probably gonna be processing that for like the next 48 hours. I just feel stupid.
I don't think that's it. I think you've had a lot of emotions going at once, so it just...
Yeah. 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 I feel like they're like walking somewhere and she just kind of stops by like a tree, just like leans back against the tree. And just like, yeah.
She's
Yeah.
she's just slowly eating the candied apple, watching your ever-changing expressions.
Well, I guess I can talk to you about this. I broke things off with Bree. Um, Actually, I don't even know if you were knew. Well, did you know that I was seeing Bree? Yeah, that was kind of douchey of me.
No, yeah, I knew, and I kind of know you guys broke up.
Oh,
I just went to the Jewel Chalice, and let's just say Bree's facial expression, she's not very good at hiding things.
no, she's not. Um, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's probably not a fun thing.
No, but I feel bad about how I went about it. It was not. I wasn't fully present, and I feel like I should have been, and I just kind of jumped the gun. So,
Well, I think as
yeah.
long as whatever your return to her is, like conversational wise, as long as you're not pulling like the Lythra and Aaron running up on Asunar in the middle of a wedding venue type thing, you probably should be fine. I think that's the like real bad circumstance. Maybe if you just go
Yeah.
and have a conversation.
Yeah, maybe I'll like buy her dinner or something.
Also, make sure you don't get kicked out of there, because I know they do kick out people. I know Edric got kicked out, and like some people just can't go in there at some point. So that's
I,
another thing.
yeah, well, I mean, it's not the end of the world if I'm not welcomed there. I was kind of Ugh. It'll probably do me some good to not go there for a while. So, you know. Hmm. Great. All right. Cool. So, what else have you accidentally found out about me because your listening ears are just so good?
Most of the other finding out was on purpose. So again, apologies. That one part was by accident, kind of.
Uh-huh.
I told Song to go away. Song didn't go far enough away. It might also
Ah.
be Song was just for my sake trying to listen. I don't know. Familiars are weird.
Yeah, I
You've
don't
met
know.
Hex, right? Like familiars
I've
are weird.
Hex is bizarre. Song is cute. I don't know shit about familiars though. Never had one. So,
But yeah. So of things with you, you just did some flirty stuff once, and then you didn't seem disinterested about the potential of the fact that I was polyamorous. So I went down
oh,
my night stuff went down the rabbit hole of like let's investigate this, and probably
ah,
did too much with that. So yeah, um,
right.
I'm not really hurt about this.
Okay. Yeah, just to like make things clear, I back then when I was asking you about it, it was more so in a way to get to know you since we were going to be working together. And I personally had never really been in such a relationship. So I I don't know currently at this point in time I don't think I would be comfortable in such an arrangement, but like I don't know if you realize this about me, but I just kind of like to know things. So,
Yes, the fact that
yeah.
you've been with me in the collective continuously doing research never endingly has led me to figure that one particular fact out about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But I think
Is Una still like kicking ass at the arm wrestling table, by the way?
as long as Uno wants to sit at the table, that could be happening. um, cool. Una, roll me 10 athletics checks. Let me know if
Oh my
any.
God.
Let me know if any of them are below 10. But eventually Trina's just like, I think you in your head, and I think after that conversation with a god, a demigod, an aspect, whatever the hell you want to call it, I think you kind of know what you probably eventually want to do. Whether or not you decide to do that now is up to you, but that's a lot of time to spare. Also, this city keeps throwing stupid, crazy shit at us, like a crazy murderer for Ethel. That was terrifying.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting on a better moment to deal with that. And also just, let Una have some time to process everything with Aaron. Um yeah. It's just it doesn't feel appropriate. You know what I mean?
Fair. Again, no pressure here. I will not pretend that the way I do relationships and the way you do relationships work the exact same way. So that's totally fine.
Yes.
Do you want to play a game? Would winning something help right now?
You know, maybe as she spots Dunk the Mermaid, she goes, maybe we should do that.
Oh hell yeah! Down
What
for that.
what is that game? She's completely ignorant. She has no idea what's happening.
Trine's eyes light up because she knows this game. She also likes this game.
Of course she does.
Asunar, you in the end, after you play basically King of the Hill for a little while with the arm wrestling, can choose between a few things. You can choose a little ring with a gem in it called a picture ring, a ring with a little C-shaped cog on it called a recorder ring, another wand, or what seems to be a like empty potted plant. It's the pot that a plant would go in, but it's just the pot by itself. You are not told what any of these things do.
Oh, I feel like wasting 10 minutes to do a ritual for identify on all of these would be a no-go.
You could probably get like 2 of them off. Probably.
You
Okay.
could burn a spell slot.
Oh, can I? Okay.
Yes,
but
if
would
you have
that only
spell
work
slots.
on... Okay, I do, because I fucking slept.
I fucking slept. Like a champ.
Listen. Okay, Asunar slept. I did not. I took a nap today, and that has me all sorts of fucked up. Okay. So if I use a spell slot, does that only work on one item, or does it work on all 4?
It's individually one item, so.
Alright, I'm gonna do 2 spell slots and do the first ring and the empty pot.
Cool. The first ring, called the picture ring, allows you to program basically like a minor illusion, a continuous minor illusion that you can turn on and off. The example they give is they like put up like a portrait. You see a portrait of like a young olive-skinned male human, a a whiter skinned tiefling, and a young small baby like peach colored tiefling. Apparently this is the default. You can choose what you want yours to be though, but that's just how it comes programmed. But yeah, you can choose an image, so if you ever just want something to look at, it's good for like a keepsake to remember either a location or a person or a time or an event.
That's just the stock photo.
Yeah, basically.
Vinny, you're gonna make me cry.
Okay, that's gonna be
Rude.
2. That may be 2 for 2 tonight on making one of your players cry, because I got very emotional.
The other thing, the pot, when you analyze it, you see that it produces a specific type of fruit or vegetable of your choice. in enough quantities every day, daily, to make enough food for 10 people. So it's a continuous food producer of some sort.
Is it regular fruit or magic fruit that
Regular
makes you
fruit.
see shit?
It's regular fruit.
I had to ask.
So it
Magic
could
fruit.
be carrots. It could be
No.
celery. I was gonna say peaches, but apples.
we both knew you were gonna though.
Yeah, apples, bananas. Like, it just produces enough food that like 10 people could be sustained on it.
Oranges that make you breathe lightning. Just kidding.
Mm-mm.
Obviously,
None of those.
Vinny already said
Okay,
no, but
okay.
still.
I think I'm gonna go with the pot.
You were given the pot. What fruit and or vegetable would you like to choose? Tomatoes, squashes.
Part of me kind of wants to be a dick and say peaches because I don't get the reference.
You are welcome to. Arugula, whatever it is you wish.
Peaches.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Vinny, appreciate it.
I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Great.
I'm sorry. I don't
It's a
get the
good choice.
reference.
It's fine.
Are the peaches vaguely carrot flavored, like the opposite?
Do
of
they have a
Alma's ale?
carrot aftertaste?
Just,
No.
I gotta
But
ask.
yeah, you now have this thing, and like as you like pick it up, you watch just a bunch of it literally fills up with peaches, fresh, and delicious with a carrot aftertaste apparently. But yeah, so yeah, just to go back to this real quick because I want to see if the mermaid gets dunked. Roll me 3 dexterity checks. And technically,
Sure.
you can add half proficiency because you're a bard.
So +5. 1. That's an 18. That's a 7. Plus, wait. I just had the number in my
+5.
head. It's a +5. 19.
Okay. You and Trine both really suck at this game, apparently. You both take your 3 shots. Trine rolled a nat 1 on her first one, so she almost hits the mermaid in the head, and she's like, I think I'm out. I don't think the kiss is a good idea now. Goodbye. It just like steps away.
I'm sorry, what?
You hit it in, and then you try to see if you can resist the temptation to give her a kiss. If you fail, you get a kiss, which is honestly the better prize, or if you win, you get a secondary prize.
Oh. Huh, alright.
You're welcome to keep trying. I just almost hit her in the face, so I'm just not gonna anymore.
Yeah, maybe don't. Just try it one more time, just for funsies.
Okay.
Just for the ha-has. Ooh, natural 20 on the first one.
There we go. Roll 2 more times, might as well.
Might as well, just to see. Nope.
The power of mermaid smooches, everyone.
The power of mermaid smooches. Oh yeah, what do I have to roll to resist that?
A charisma save.
Charisma save. Ooh, that's a 13 plus 7, 20.
You do succeed, so you can choose whether or not you want to get the kiss or get something else.
She's gonna get something else.
Okay.
Dang.
She sees you not come towards her, and she gives a little frown, and then she just like nudges her head around.
I just give her a little wink.
She winks back and just brings you around to the side, and you see there is a little station set up where you can get a wine from the Underdark, or if you would like to get a small stuffed animal, you can get that as well.
What kind of stuffed animal is it?
I
Out of
knew
curiosity.
that was going to be asked. Let me go find that list.
I have to ask.
There are armadillos,
Like,
hedgehogs, piglet, bunny, chipmunks, chicks, lizards, otter, puppy.
no stuffed owlbear?
No.
Damn.
That's larger prizes for other games.
She'll grab the wine.
Yeah. It's some good wine from the Underdark, a fairly rare vintage.
Oh.
There you go. She says
She just kind of holds it up to try and just goes, this is for later.
You can come play again if you want, the mermaid says before she goes up and gets back up into the thing.
Maybe later.
Cool. So everyone played a couple games. I want to give us a quick break so everyone can use the bathroom, get some water, and do the things, and then we will be back to continue this and see who our grand prize winners are. Be back in a bit.
Neither of us belong here. And that's it.
It's fine. It was... I belong here. Look, I had a long Sunday. Is it... We don't belong in the Undercity. We don't belong on Bushfall. We don't belong in Vagari. Can you be more specific, please? There's just like a lot of different places.
She will spend 3 first level spell slots to answer. I'm gonna kill you,
At least
Vinny.
you're about to get your rest.
Yeah, no, thank fuck. Smartass.
That doesn't count
I know
as a
it, but,
solution,
like,
does it?
Here, this is got multiple.
Is that, it doesn't.
This is such a problem tonight. Fuck. Anyway, the problem is it's because Ken keeps talking.
I guess I'll just shut the fuck up.
I guess I'll
Just do like your
fuck
bliss
up.
voice for Kid instead or something. Just use a different
No,
voice.
it's fine. It's fine.
Which bliss voice is the question?
Is one of them Southern?
No.
I still think we should put in the fine print that, may induce death later on if you don't come up with a good catchphrase and transform properly.
All right, I'm coming around on this.
That's what I heard from our first meeting. So,
Must
I
be
mean,
okay
I'm all
with
for
hair
it.
color changes, and sometimes skin tone color changes, and sometimes physical species changes as well. We don't know. What if you
Actually,
pull
it's a
the
good
dog
point.
card and someone turns into a dog?
Okay, I'm back in.
That's gonna be confusing.
I feel like Connie can't contribute to the conversation right now. She's just staring angrily at her wall, like fuming quietly. She's gone from angry throwing stage to just
Trying to figure out if I have like a stress ball or something. I don't think so.
I can
think a
be.
stress
I
ball is undercutting.
I can. A barbarian can be used as a stress ball. I'm debating.
I mean, not to be a person of a singular track mind, but that's the way that Kind wants to go, is just down that one tunnel instead of laying out into these other ones. We can always check them on our way back, but
Did you just make a one-track mind joke?
yes, I did. Fuck off.
God. Awful.
Fen
Listen.
meows an annoyance.
I give him scritches.
George, just happy to be alive.
Yeah,
George is
just
just-
hanging out, just
George is
trotting
just
along.
Doing his
Goes up to
best.
Sid, hoping for some pets.
Oh yeah,
Been a
gets,
minute.
Sid just picks him up and he's like, "Oh, hi, buddy."
Oh my god.
Trees, and it's like, those could make some cool toys.
Yeah.
Some good wood.
Yeah,
Some nice
like
bark.
that would make a good grave. Like I think the justification is that would make a good grave. I would not bury somebody there.
Don't bury somebody into that dirt. Don't do it.
We're
Bad
not
dirt.
burying anyone here. We can't kill anyone because we can't bury them
I
here.
want to know what justifies as bad dirt now.
Like if it's
You
not going to
should
be like
know.
good quality, if
In
it's not
nature.
going to, yeah, you would know
No,
too.
not as Lyra.
Wait.
First of all, the Ivory Queen has some ways to get us out of the city from here that might be easier to get to than the greenhouse, especially considering how far the greenhouse is from us and the fact that we neglected to remember that the city sells watermelon that lets you see through invisibility and disguise self. So,
I'm sorry,
Huh.
what?
yeah, There's magical fruit. It's kind of normal now, so I kind of forgot to think about it. But there's magic fruit that makes you do all wonder of things. It's really, really fun. But one of those is see basically into the ethereal plane.
I can't fucking wait to leave this place. What the fuck is this fucking hellscape?
But it's so
where you've got
interesting.
weird ass magic fruit.
You get purple.
What?
What?
Don't worry about it. Shh.
I mean, there's people. But there's not like a lot of people, but people.
Oh, I didn't know. I assumed we were the only 4 in the shop, so that's my mistake.
Well, I mean, his shop is kind of like an outdoor stall. Like, again, he's literally like that guy from the opening from Aladdin, where it's like it's
No, the face.
My
I want
mistake.
that. I want that face as our new group
Please
chat.
no. Please no.
It's happening.
Seriously, me. For fuck's
We would have gone and done the fucking mudslide. That would happen at
sake,
some
would
point.
have.
It's Sid's
Oh.
favorite place. It is Sid's favorite place. Sid loves dirt.
It loves dirt.
It is a great paladin that
I've
swings
got a
a
jar,
shovel
jar.
axe.
It
Of
was
course,
just,
Sid
it
loves
was
dirt.
Ariel.
It was just the way you said
Darling,
it.
It was the way you said it.
Fantastic. We're not
Sid loves
arguing the
dirt.
fact. It's just the.
It was the aggressive affection for dirt.
Is the love? I do have a question. Is the love for dirt greater than the love they have for Yvette? Because I don't think we've ever heard them talk about Yvette like that. It's like, I love you, and then I love dirt.
It's different. Dirt is like part of their
That's what they all
personality.
say.
Dirt is to Sid as necromancy is to
It's to
Yvette.
Yvette.
Yes.
Like probably equal amounts of love, but it's
No,
Funny
you're
shit.
good.
It's
My
funny
face
as shit.
fucking hurts now.
Yeah, full stress to full laughter does that.
I'm gonna mute now. I'll be right back.
You go to your thing.
And hang out and have some family time crossover. Yeah, you're
Yep,
able to.
I mean, might as well teach them how to do it. I mean, it's going to. It doesn't hurt to know how to make a healing potion.
Yep.
And remember, a family that heals together feels together.
Family that fights together might die together.
This is also potentially true.
Regardless, someone's gonna take a knee.
As you guys get to spend some time here, and we're like, no, they just floated away and got. It wasn't. Unless she has some crazy magic, like people like are willing to testify, but you're probably gonna go to the police to just like have to explain some stuff. As this is going on, you all feel for the first time on Wishfall an earthquake.
The party is lightly interrogated, sees Leon tied up and exhausted. He was in magic people cuffs, like with all the fingers. It was fun. We are accepted into the tribe, given jobs and a place to stay for the night, and instructed to report back in the morning for more stuff. Scaldy runs into her brother, shoots him in the foot.
A classic.
They do a little
Classic
talking.
Scaldy.
Yeah.
That moment did become like a defining moment for Scaldy as a personality trait.
I do love I remember so clearly, it was like, you see your brother there, and then there's just this pause, and you had to be like, what do you do? And then the pause lingered, and then it was, shoot him in the foot. Just total throwaway.
I was thinking of which was the least damaging to shoot.
I really want like pixie form of like Eldritch Blast.
That's not me though.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
Round. How are we feeling, guys?
I am not feeling good.
Just fucking peachy.
Cool.
Did I take any damage from that real quick?
Oh, you took 14 damage. Thank you for reminding me.
So happy to help.
Never remind him.
Hey, did we have homework last night?
That was
I'm not drowning.
that was-
I am sleeping so good.
that was kind of the energy that got tossed out. Probably the least liked. things that smelled awful, ratty mud off the street, and Onolov explained it as if you give even the worst thing a chance to be better, there's a good chance it might happen.
Don't make me full name you, Mel. What the fuck? Is this where Kellenvor died, Vinny?
I just remembered that and I got really sad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was right.
Not right here, but
in this place.
He died here?
He said
Not-
he
not
told
right
you
here,
that
but-
he died in a mining incident.
He died in the Melrin mines?
Yeah.
He said he was trying
Can
to
Sid
do-
have figured that out?
You got a nat 20 on your religion check. I will say
Yeah.
that, like, after a moment or two, you think about that. You're like some of the previous conversations run through your head. You think about this little kid who, like, and then you replay the story a bit of being like, and like as he turned like 15.
Because I'm not sure I understand.
Is she acting good because she thinks acting good is going to keep everybody together, or is she just acting good because she got it all out of her system the night before?
She got most of it out of her system, so she's mellowed out.
Okay, that's all I was
for
asking.
now.
Mellowette? Like just a little mellow? A small mellow?
She's
You
mellowed
had to see that coming.
I'm hanging up now.
Hi, Mel.
You know what? Temerity's saying that to Asunar.
I'm gonna be real. Have you ever held a weapon before?
Oh, many a weapon, you would be surprised.
I'm not talking
You
about
set
your
it up.
dick. I am not talking about your dick or someone else's dick. I'm talking about something you could... Something...
Nothing you
Something
say
you could
is going to
stab
help.
with.
Nothing
Nothing
you
I've-
say is going to make it better.
Something you might potentially murder someone with.
Both of you to assume my
You can
part.
murder...
Thank you.
Connie, you can murder someone with a dick.
This is news to me.
Spoken like a true lesbian. Happy
think a
Pride Month,
lesbian-
everyone.
First of all, the Ivory Queen has some ways to get us out of the city. From here, that might be easier to get to than the greenhouse, especially considering how far the greenhouse is from us, and the fact that we neglected to remember that the city sells watermelon that lets you see through invisibility and disguise self. So,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, there's magical fruit. It's kind of normal now, so I kind of forgot to think about it. But there's magic fruit that makes you do all wonder of things. It's really, really fun. But one of those is see basically into the ethereal plane.
I can't fucking wait to leave this place. What the fuck is this fucking hellscape?
But it's so
where you've got
interesting.
weird ass magic fruit.
I really want like pixie form of like Eldritch Blast.
That's not me, though.
All right, Mickey Mouse. I mean, not to be a person of a singular track mind, but you know, that's the way that Kind wants to go, is just down that one tunnel instead of splaying out into these other ones. We can always check them on our way back, but
Did you just make a one-track mind joke?
yes, I did. Fuck off.
God. Awful.
Fen
Listen.
meows an annoyance.
I give him scritches.
George just happy to be alive.
Yeah,
George is
just,
just-
hanging out, just
George is
trotting
just
along.
doing his
Goes up to
best.
Sid, hoping for some pets.
Oh yeah,
Been a
gets,
minute.
Sid just picks him up and he's like, "Oh, hi, buddy."
Oh my god.
The party is lightly interrogated, sees Leon tied up and exhausted. He was in magic people cuffs, like with all the fingers. It was fun. We are accepted into the tribe, given jobs and a place to stay for the night, and instructed to report back in the morning for more stuff. Scaldy runs into her brother, shoots him in the foot.
A classic.
They do a little
Classic
talking.
Scaldy.
Yeah.
That moment did become like a defining moment for Scaldy as a personality trait.
I do love I remember so clearly, it was like, you see your brother there, and then there's just this pause, and you had to be like, what do you do? And then the pause lingered, and then it was, shoot him in the foot. Just total throwaway.
I was thinking of which was the least damaging to shoot.
Neither of us belong here. That's it.
It's fine. It was. And
Hi.
we're back. I was getting yelled at, like I deserve.
We were not. We were asking questions, and Vinny said something very interesting, which now has left me with more questions. So that's okay. We'll address it later.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember what thing I said, so that's fun.
Will we? Will we
I might.
address it later?
If we're not dead, yeah.
Either way, all of you guys are at the very least together and can gather now, so you guys are all able to hang out except Temerity, who is off with his wife somewhere that you guys will just not see this whole session, so that's fun.
Nope. I hope they're having fun.
I'm sure they are.
We swear we maybe catch a glimpse, but then just gone.
Is there anything you guys, now that you're all together, we're going to just do another round to see if people have individual things that they want to do, or as a group you guys want to do anything together? Asunar finally got kicked off the King of the Hill. Got her gift. Everyone has gotten like a toy or gift or two. So now you guys, you 5, you 4, and Trine are together and can do some stuffs.
Yeah. I mean, when we all regroup, Connie's got the bottle of wine in her hand, just looks at Una and just goes, "Where the hell have you been?"
Arm wrestling, and I just take a bite of a peach.
That seems correct.
Mushroom?
Right, well, this I'm stashing away for later. We should, after today's over, we should have a round, but later.
Oh, I also kissed a mermaid.
Oh, you
Nice.
kissed her. Nice.
Yeah.
That's where I got this from. Holds up the wine. I did not kiss her. She's pretty, but...
Very.
Very.
Just the mild internal screaming.
Got her
Hey,
in on my first row too.
Ethel, I won a prize, and I think it might be up your alley more than mine. It's this wand that lets you cast guidance, and I know that's typically a spell your group likes to throw around a lot during the cooking classes, and without there being a moon, I figure you're probably having some hard times with that one. So I figure you could use this in the meantime.
I greatly appreciate it, Cinn. Are you sure you don't want it?
I
Because
can
I
already
will take
cast
it. Great. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
I can already cast it.
Connie just looks at Cinn and goes, "You get 2 glasses later."
I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. She's like, she takes it and she very carefully tucks it into a safe spot that is easy to pull out of.
How much longer do we have until quote unquote presentation time?
People are going around having their stuff looked at whenever. So if you guys want to be by your thing while it's being judged and looked at, you're welcome to do so. The performances are basically whenever you want to go on, you can go on. Because I'm not gonna do that. Trine's just like, I want to just do the target shooting thing because I know I'm going to. Yeah, that's just an auto prize for me. I'm not confident in a lot, but I'm really good with a bow and arrow. It's my one thing, guys.
Yeah, I mean, go on.
No one has to come with me. I can go do it. I'm just letting you know where I am.
I'm rooting for you from over here. Have at it.
Peach?
Ethel's gonna give you a look. By the way, Connie.
Listen, I have too many fucking peaches right now. Here, take one for good luck.
Who to?
Oh, I probably got cut out, but to Trine, being like,
oh, okay.
Good luck, Peach. Just holds one out.
Trine just puts it in her mouth, gives a thumbs up, and then goes over to start playing. She hungry.
Anybody else want peach?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot you can do with a peach. I will take as many as you're willing to pot with.
I just hold out.
There's enough to feed 10 people.
There's
Yeah,
enough
sweet.
to feed 10 people.
For a day. That's
for a day. I
That's
had
a lot.
one. Trine had one. I don't want to count how many there are because I'm afraid that it's just gonna keep refilling.
No, we'll just put some in my bag. That'll be great. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, Connie will just kind of like she's watching Trine leave and just like replaying some of their conversation before in her head. And she's just like, "Oh yeah," and it just takes the peach and is just like distractedly eating on it. She's just like, it should have just been casual, but she's just like ruminating on that. Like, wow, how the fuck was I so oblivious? Like, normally I'm so much better at reading people than that. Like, I don't understand.
She comes back a minute later with a new ring on, the picture ring on. It's like, one. That's some really
nice.
Cool Kenkus. There's one called Archer and Tanner. I guess one of them's really good at archery. I don't know what the other one does. I guess tanning. Like, really good at sunbathing. I'm confused. I don't ask questions.
You mean like tan and leather, maybe?
Bitch. This is from my backstory.
Vinny likes to
from
cause
another character.
problems.
This is the first time this has fucking happened, you son of a bitch.
Those names sound familiar too, is what's bugging me, but I don't remember where.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the Tormented Backstories Club.
No, it wasn't even Water Arc. Like, this was something I did on the side.
Right. No, but I'm saying I think Vinny has mentioned these names before, and I can't quite place where, and that's what's bugging me.
Ryan comes back with the ring, turns on the little portrait of the couple. It's like, that's weird. I think they just put like a dog or something on there, and then turns it off.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Is there any individual things you guys would like to do, or like a group game you guys would like to play? Because then we'll have everybody have their innovations looked at if the people want to be present for it.
We're gonna try to catch a greased pig.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna do that after performances, maybe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
do
yeah.
that.
Then I want to hire an artist while I'm showing off my dessert in front of the judges.
Oh yeah. That costs you 5 gold for 5 hours. So basically a golden hour. So however long you're willing to pay. But there's a 5 gold 5 hour minimum. So
sweet.
Cool. You guys now have 2 muses following you around. Specifically, Ethel and Walter have one person. And the other one's technically just following Cinn. But every once in a while, there's just like a group photo when you guys are standing around.
Amazing. I feel like at some point, like maybe tries like the ring toss or whatever, but like I don't really like. I'm not. I don't need to roll for it. Like I'm willing to just say that she sucks at it.
You
Like,
don't want a prize? Okay.
well, what are the prizes at the fucking Almirage ring toss?
Well, that you won't know that.
Some cool
until you
wands.
try.
Okay, fine. I'll roll for it because now you got me curious.
All right, roll me
Bastard.
3 dex saves, or not dex saves, dex checks. So
Okay.
half proficiency again.
Ooh, there's a nat 1. Does that count as a fate point or no?
Yeah, so that one.
Okay. All right, let's see. No. I jinxed myself. I said she was gonna suck at this. I was right. Like before adding anything, I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 4. So my highest roll is a 9? A 9.
You do in fact miss 3 times. No prizes for you.
Yeah, no prizes for me. Wow, wow. But she'll just kind of like take another loop through, like maybe like check out some of the inventions or whatever. Stop by Irish cherry blooms.
Okay. You walk by a cute little plant setup. They have ivy spinning down. Like it's basically like the tent stall setups that you see at like a festival. So you see ivy coming down the sides of them. You see a orange-skinned tiefling and an Asunar woman with like purplish eyes. The Asunar tiefling has like a little flower in the hair with like a green ribbon going down the side of his head. And they just seem to be currently helping out customers. The owner, I guess, is helping out, or the one who cares about the flowers at least, is helping out people with like a small smile on. The other lady, the ASMR woman, seems to be dealing with the money and fine with that role at the moment. And they seem to be handing out and helping people with plants. Is there a specific thing that you are looking for here?
I was just curious to see like what was there. Is there just like all the things? Like I don't know what to expect here.
If you are looking for things that are just non-magical, there are individual roses, individual flowers. There are bouquets that are pre-arranged or can be arranged on the spot. There are magical ones if you're willing to spend the extra money for it. They have some specimens of more rare plants for people who want to buy specific specimens of things that are a rarity around here. So what you're looking
for singular, so there's singular wrapped flowers. There's also like small bouquets and big bouquets. Is there like for magical ones? Are there singularly wrapped ones?
It's only individual wrapped ones.
What are some of the magic ones? Out of curiosity.
The magical ones that are currently exist are roses. There are 5 different colors. There is black, blue, green, red, and white. They have like a shimmering, almost jewel like shimmer to the actual rose petals themselves.
Like almost refracting, kind of like gemstones?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not quite that, but it's very, very close.
Okay, is that like the magical quality about them, or is there like something else to
There's
them?
something magical about them, but unless you're asking specifically that, that's what you see. That's what you.
Yeah, no.
visually
She
see.
would at some point she would probably ask like, what exactly is like so magical about these?
These are chromatic roses. There's a lot of mystery behind them, depending on. Some say that they grow where an ancient chromatic dragon dies. There's other rumors of other different things, but that's the highest and most well known thought of it. They are, besides stunning to look at, they also have small little magical effects. Pick up the green one and you see like almost like a green gas seems to come out from it, and like similar magic happens to each of them. Like the red one has like a little bit of like a light flame on it as well. You can use them to help protect yourself against certain elements, and you can use them to harm other people with the same element as well. They do not last forever if you use them in those fashions, but I mean, even if you just use them just to enjoy, they are gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gonna snap up a red one.
Okay. Red one costs you about 450 gold.
Ooh, I got paid today, and that paycheck
Oh
is
yeah,
gone.
Trine also gives the rest of you guys your 250.
You said 450, right?
450, yep.
All right, removing that, she will pay for it.
All right. You get yourself a gorgeous little red flower. I don't believe. Let me double check. I don't believe there's any attunement required. There's no attunement required, so you feel a little bit of like a warmth magical safety net come over you against fire damage for yourself, or if you give it away, that person will have it as well. As you're doing that, he said, "Can I interest you in anything else? We have these blood drop blossoms that you can find planet side. We also have a specimen of a preserved necrolion spore as well. We also have
Necrolion spore.
we also carry, I think we have one of each left. We have some magical fruit from a city of sky views or something. I don't know. And so there's some other stuff if you're looking for more potent magical stuff. If you're just looking for pretty stuff, we have stuff from all over. And you hear the Asunar say, "Astro, let the person make up their mind first. Give them a second."
What is a blood drop blossom, if you don't mind my asking?
It is a useful capability if this one was believed to, similar to the chromatic ones, this one came into existence around lycanthropes when they passed away. This gives you the capability of using your smell for much more precise receiving capabilities for tracking and survival purposes. You're able to smell the scents of blood from individuals, so you can actually like know someone's scent by the blood. And yeah, you just take it with some tea, if you can steep it, if you have the capability. You can also eat it raw. We don't try not to recommend that. Steeping it's a much better solution. But
Recommend that because it doesn't taste very good?
yes, it tastes
Or...
absolutely. It tastes like blood. So don't recommend it unless you like the taste of blood.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you're a dampier. I'm assuming you're not, but
No, I'm not. Right, good to know. It's interesting, but I don't know. What's all this fruit though?
It's unique. There was a schism from the Feywild near a fruit patch where apparently a lot of this individual items have slowly grown over time. So depending on what you like, we have different flavors. We have a small batch of blueberries. We have orange that can make you be able to breathe orange lightning. It's harmless, but it's a very enjoyable effect. We have grapes that will make you float.
Okay.
Don't recommend the lemon lime twist. That's specifically not very fun unless you're just having a good time. If you need to do things that day, don't have it. But there's a few other fun ones. If you want your limbs to become putty-esque, you can have the banana.
What do the blueberries do?
The blueberries put a frigid layer on top of your body, kind of make you a little bit of a snowman, woman, person.
Interesting. Right. I don't think any of those are for me, but thank you so much for your time. Although the blood drop blossom, how much is that?
The blood drop blossom would be about 30 gold.
Why not? It's interesting.
And then the Ismar Desi speaks up and says, "You didn't tell her about the best ones. There's also the watermelon that gives you true sight for a short amount of time, lets you see into the ethereal plane. And then there is some kiwi that lets you mimic other sounds that you've heard." And
how long does that watermelon last? That does sound fun.
Only 10 minutes, but watermelon does go pretty quickly. So you only get it for have it for a couple minutes. Unless you're really good about keeping your food. Are you one of the chefs that are here today?
I'm not, but I do know a couple.
Oh, well.
How much for the watermelon?
It is 50 gold for one dose.
For one what?
Dose, aka one use.
All right, I'll take one. So the blood blossom and a slice of watermelon.
Find the blood drop blossom, and I will send that to you. I have too many items in this thing that I made. Like a jackass.
Get it to yourself.
I know. Yeah. So you get yourself a chromatic rose, a blood drop blossom, and a chunk of watermelon that gives you a little bit of true sight for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She'll stash away the blood blossom and the watermelon for now, but when she regroups with folks, namely she's looking for Una, and she's gonna kind of sidestep, sneak up behind her, and then just stick the rose in her face almost, kind of just boop, there it is. Wait, can I mimic? There we go.
Asunar, mid bite of another peach, and it's just kind of. What?
Ew, I thought you could use the pick me up.
Oh. Thank you. And she just immediately tucks it, either tucks it behind her ear, or if she's wearing a bun, just puts it into her bun.
The little red rose has fire coming up around it and like harmless illusion. So now you just have a fiery wreathed rose in your hair.
Oh yeah, that perfect. Absolutely, yep. That was a good purchase. All right, money well spent. Takes another peach, bites into it. What's? Shut up.
I will send you that item.
I was pretty sure you'd figure it out after a second of processing.
I looked at the captions and I saw it, and I was like, "You bastard."
Cool. So we had kind of do that. Ethel, Cinn, you hired a muse. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before we do presentations?
I actually also wanted to run to the floral shop. I don't have to go at the same time that Connie did, though.
You could have gone at the same time as Connie, just for the sake of so you don't have to ask the same questions all over again.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to anyway. Hey Vinny, does Walter have a favorite flower? You are never gonna get enough of me asking if my significant others in your campaigns have favorite things. I will continue to ask.
That is fair. So much fun. Thank God for Google.
This is the second time this week that I've asked you about a favorite thing, I think, of a significant other, but definitely not the second time in our whole history of playing with each other. I do it a lot.
Ironically, I think he enjoys sunflowers.
Cute.
He would be a sunflower boy. Jesus.
Cute. I don't know why that's ironic, but cute.
Because he's dating a moon.
Oh yes,
person.
moon. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
A moon person, like you're an alien. Anyways,
a Martian.
So this is maybe a little bit weird and last minute of a question. Like normally you would ask this a couple weeks before, but I didn't think about it. Are they gonna have? Do they have corsages that you can get that'll stay good for the ball?
Boutonnieres.
Corsage and boutonniere.
Yeah, sure. You can get them. You can get that literally where you are right now, or you can get them somewhere else.
That is what I would like to do. Literally where we are right now.
100%.
Except for sunflowers are pretty big.
Yeah.
If they have do they have mini sunflowers? Because that would be very fun.
I'm sure those exist. I have no problem saying they exist.
They do. They have sunflowers. They have sunflowers that are this big and maybe 6 inches tall.
I've seen them at weddings, so that sounds accurate.
Okay.
So yeah, we can say you can totally grab some sunflowers.
Okay, mini sunflowers, and then echinacea / coneflower. It's two names for the same flower. Because that's the I've decided the plants that were around them on their first date, which was while they were literally camping on the side of a road because they were still traveling. But it's a prairie plant, so they were just surrounded by little echinacea.
It's cute. Cool.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
You're easily able to find that here. There's a point where the orange Tiefling Elstra's like, I need to go, and like runs off. There's like a 5-minute gap before he like is running back with like almost like a safety case with some stuff. I was like, I had to go back to the shop. Sorry. Opens up the thing because the Evergreen Mall is not too far from here, so he just like ran back. We got it.
Take a second to breathe, darling.
Just let him get the thing done, and then he'll be happy, and then we're good. Yeah. So it gets made. It doesn't take too long. For corsages and a boutonniere, that's gonna last a little while. A little extra druid craft on it. Cost you probably 10 gold in total.
Okay, yeah, easy pay. Vinny, is it culturally expected to tip? Or is it culturally expected that the price is the price?
Tipping is allowed and can happen.
Have you not been tipping NPCs?
I
You're
have
horrible.
been, but I just
A
didn't think about
monster.
it.
These poor people.
Look, they're
There's-
topsiders. They're actually doing pretty good comparatively.
I'm pretty sure I have been tipping people. It just occurred to me that culturally might not be a thing.
It's fine. If you tip a person, I'm not gonna be like, well, this person hates you now because you gave them more money. Like, it's not gonna that's not gonna be how it works.
I'm gonna tip an extra 2 gold on top of that then and just do 12. Make it a fun. I don't know why I'm doing. Hold on, let me check how much gold I have. Should I do?
You just got 250 gold. You definitely have enough for this, no matter what.
Oh, I definitely have enough. It's not enough that I'm asking. It's just that turns my gold into a weird, not even number.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine. We're gonna do it anyway.
All right. So I think we'll move on to the presentation parts now, if that's good with people.
Yeah.
So first is the food, because you got to get that food done with, so it's not sitting out in the stasis pods all day, or they might lose flavor. We can't let that happen. So as you guys are going around, what?
So it might lose flavor has the same, for some reason, the same vibes of like, potato chip bags having air. I don't know why. It didn't make any sense in my head even when I thought it, but it was funny.
That's totally fun. So you guys, or at least 2 of you, I don't know if the rest of you are hanging. Are you guys hanging out with the food crowd as they're getting their stuff looked at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so you guys try, and we'll say Temerity and Vivian are somewhere distance away from you guys. You guys are all checking out some of the desserts that are being set up. So we have Lysander, who made like an amazing, like his first time ever doing this, and he rolled pretty okay. Made his first ever milkshake type deal. So he his first one to start making milkshakes. And it comes over pretty well.
Do they bring all the boys to the yard?
They do. Lysander gets all the boys if he so choose, but he doesn't. So it's fine. In addition to that, Aster isn't too far away with his own presentation, which is just a simple pie. It's fine. It's put together. He rolled really, really badly. But in the end, he did it together. He got together what he wanted to do, which was just to present something. And like normal, there is a crowd fangirling around him anyways. So like the point to get people here and paying attention to it is happening. So he gets what he wanted out of it. Besides those 2, there was one other person who I can't remember now. Someone else made something else, but I can't remember what the third one was. Oh, there is a person with a like weird visored helm almost on. and she seems to put together some type of carbonated beverage. So like more like these two were in their own runnings together to make these specific type of things happen. Where taking like fruits and mixing with water and some type of carbonated artificing device was able to make the first carbonated beverage. So these two made some really weird things. And the judges you see are Castor, Tilda. So you see Tilda, who just again, a little nervous from before, still being, it all tastes really good. Like she's just there for a good time. And
Good for her, honestly.
And
I love Tilda.
And Kusana is the other one. So the Brazen Ballroom owner. Those three are going around together and doing the judging. And Castor not paying attention. He eats the things when they're presented to him. He realistically doesn't look like he could care any less. But like the one time he is interested is when it goes over to the helmed individuals and seeing like the device being used for the carbonated beverage, and he's like, okay, so Ronla, you said you made this thing? What is this weird device? And now like for the next 10 minutes he's talking to this person about this device. Doesn't care about the food at all. Let's go with Ethel and then Cinn, if you guys want to tell me how your dishes are presenting in any way.
Yeah, so Ethel's is very, very simple. It's you know how they have those like tiered platters for weddings that are designed for like cupcakes instead of cakes. That's kind of the vibe of, it's like a tiered platter with all of the, they're for anyone wondering, they're Nanaimo bars. For all of the Nanaimo bars set up, presented really like just simply but elegantly, which like is pretty much what Ethel strives for in her cooking anyway. So it like the actual physical presentation is also just like what you would expect from how Ethel cooks things anyway. Yeah. So
yeah, that's as they come over to you, Kasana's like, first place in the pie competition last month. I'm sure this is gonna be good. Kasana's trying to hype you up until Tilda's also interested. Problem is Castor just doesn't care. So like the nice thing is the two people that are judging this are two people that you already know, Ethel. So it's slightly in your favor in that sense anyways, but like you made a good meal, your roll was good. Cinn. This monstrosity.
Heck yeah, Sid. I am so curious.
the double stacked house of cards. Yeah, so there's a few ways you guys could do this. You could treat it like a competition. You could have House Baenre versus House Doerden, and whoever gets finishes down to the bottom and gets to the middle first wins. Or you can make it cooperative and just try not to break the damn thing while you're eating it. There are shot glasses, as you'll see in the top, out of chocolate, and the liqueur in there is a whipped cream. So a little bit of a dairy and vanilla on the other side. So just because then it's a little bit of a drinking game, and that makes carefully moving up and removing pieces a little bit more exciting for you. So, and no penalties if it falls down, it becomes nachos, so no big deal. There is some white chocolate in there. I can go over the list of ingredients and which bits have nuts in case there's any allergies, because some of the spider eggs, and I using air quotes on that because, you know, obviously not using real spiders. It's just some icing, and you can hollow out some chocolate balls and fill them up with little goodies. So just a nice drow spider themed little structure we have here. And some of the little chocolate stalactites have got a little strawberry filling in there, because you got to make it nice and, you know, spruce it up a bit.
Tilda thinks it's fun. She's just having a good time with it. Castor, as obsessed as he is with this, is distracted by the confectionery chaos that you made because how could you not be? So he comes over and has to pay attention to this for a little bit. Like, structure's pretty sound with this. This is actually just is analyzing it in the worst way. But
yeah, I found the triangle's a pretty strong architectural design.
he nods approvingly, like a proud dad, for no reason.
Fucking hate him.
It's just.
Oh my god.
Kusana.
Wait till he finds out the point is to destroy the structure.
Oh, he would be so upset.
Kusana is eyeing this like a hungry predator. She's like,
Ooh.
she looks at you, Sid, and she's like, we're gonna talk after this. And you hear Lysander not far away, like, nope, he's mine. Kusana, we're not doing this again. We're not fighting over recipes anymore. Not bullshit's not happening. And Kusana's like, I'm in charge here. We're and turns back and just looks at you after Jason. It's like, talking after. You definitely turn some heads and grab some attention there. Excellent.
Full spicy.
Spicy. Cool. Cool. And then after that, I'm just gonna announce all the winners at the same time because it's more fun that way. After that, Connie, we have your presentation. People start leaving the food area after the people can still sample your stuff, and like Lysander comes over and like takes a part of your thing.
But like the formal presentation is over.
Exactly. So now it's basically, do you want to sample these amazing treats? And like people come over and sample.
Delightful.
So people are like, someone's grabbing some of the bar. Aster is like, I need bar and I need this. I need the energy. Shoves both of them in his mouth and runs off. Yeah. So Connie, it is your turn now.
Right. So Connie steps up on stage. And I'm just going to describe the performance as best as I can because I am not a songwriter in the slightest.
So you say you're in the front row? Right, so
Friends support friends.
Bestie!
Friends support friends.
Bestie! Okay, wait. I have to sit like a bisexual and relax. So Connie steps up on stage when it's her turn. And it starts off totally quiet, and she just kind of waits a beat, and then she starts doing this like rhythmic stomp with one of her feet. And she launches into this chorus. And it takes a while to kind of register what it's about, but she's kind of narrating this like patchwork musical landscape of Wishfall, of her experiences here so far, and a big part of that is the victims that she's encountered along the way. And like most people, I don't think would be able to register this because it's not specific, but you guys as her companions would recognize that she's kind of morphed these stories into archetypes for the sake of having like a good, somewhat generic song without like obviously pointing anybody out. And so the way I described it to Vinny when I pitched it to him is that it's like a mashup. It's the vibes are a mashup of From Now On from Greatest Showman and Where the Streets Have No Name in terms of like structure. So there's like a 2 to 3 line like chorus hook, whatever you want to call it. And so she goes through narrating these different things, starting with the concept of the pure and scarred, those above and below, so referring to the upper city and the undercity. And at some point you realize that there's a second voice chiming in with her, occasionally doing backup vocals, and Aster Montego busts out onto stage doing like some choreography, and they start doing like some fancy footwork together as they do this like this whole performance together. And then the following verse is about like the lovers, and it's referring to Judy and Nick and like kind of their story a little bit. And then there's also it does cycle back to something about like the dwellers below and above, and then there's like those left unspoken, those left unknown, which is kind of referring to like the John and Jane Doe type situation. And like again, she's got this very like catchy like 2 to 3 line like chorus hook type thing going on. Like every verse or whatever. And then the last verse is about the song is basically about how Wishfall is a place for everybody, and she concludes it with how Wishfall is a place for the wayward wanderers, the people who leave notes unsigned, the people who leave their pasts behind. Anybody who's close enough to her knows she's calling herself out. And she finishes again with that little catchy little friend chorus with Aster. And as the song ends, I feel like they kind of end in like some kind of like very grandiose pose, almost like akin to like maybe if you were doing like It's Tough to Be a God and they just like stop in like a fun little like pose together or whatever, and then she like once things conclude, she'll turn to Aster and give him like a little appreciative bow. Something like that.
As you're doing that, one of the things that he has that he uses, one of his weapons of choice, which is his performing things, is chakrams. So he's using them a lot for like a brass beat in a lot of sections, almost like cymbals. And there is a point near the end where you do go into that up position. You see that he has gone directly behind you and has just slowly been sneaking away towards the back to give you that moment. So at the point you like look over and notice he's not there, and he's like next to the curtains, and like you turn over, he gives a wave and then just like goes out the back before
she just gives him like a nice little like nod before rounding out the song.
I'm gonna just say, like, again, sometimes you don't like need a roll, but I'm glad we got a nat 20 on that one.
For a 30 total.
Yeah. Crowd goes wild. Like I'm sure the Radiant Babes have a big time for it too, but like especially for 0?
30, not 40.
30, not 40. Yeah,
3
40.
zero.
I thought you
40 would have been
you said 40.
No.
It could happen. You can get there. But for
yeah,
now,
we're not there yet.
If you're fucking Vaxeldon, you
Yeah.
do.
If we're like level 19, maybe.
But yeah, no, the Crowd Goes Wild is a great performance, and just like not everyone gets certain things. People don't understand the John and Jane Doe stuff, really. But like, if you talk about the lovers and you're using enough hinting and stuff, people from the church and like the houses of worship probably get it.
She tries to keep it pretty vague out of respect for people's like privacy, right? But like anyone who's close to them knows.
There's people who get it. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like there are other people.
The girls who get it.
Yeah. So it ends amazingly. It's stellar. Enough so that like Caster, who is easily distracted, again, these are the 3 judges for everything. Tilda tears, because she's a sensitive being. So she loves it. Kusana's like a yes queen, but she's just like like you nailing this. But Caster, who just doesn't keep still. You get him to focus, and that by itself is a really big victory. Like he just he super zones in. Like, you hit a 30. I can't have it like not.
I know,
like,
but that's like surprising because he's such a fucking scatterbrain.
Yeah. So end result. Just because I know we are getting closer towards the end of the evening. Prizes do slowly start getting handed out afterwards. You guys individually from your own groups and like your posses of people who appreciate fine cooking are going to be bugging you since so much. You're also going to get people, Ethel, and you're also going to have the church group coming and hanging out with you. Connie, the other performers fucking love it, going wild. But the down part about that, unfortunately, is like Marcus and like probably come over and it's probably a little buggy, but he doesn't like stick around too long because there's so many other people. But he at least comes in is there to be like, you killed it, like because like
she'll very politely thank him. Like she's not gonna show any outward discomfort towards him this time around. She's kind of riding the high. No one can kind of like break her down right now.
100%. So. As things go on, prizes are given for each individual section, and then as a whole for like overall score. There are people who are NPCs that it doesn't matter super much, but we have, we'll just say Lysander is in 3rd place for food with his invention. We then have Ethel, coming in second. And Ethel, for your second place prize, for this, you're able to choose a picture ring, a recorder ring, a wand, or a daily food producer as well as your prize for your individual section.
A daily food producer.
That's what I'm calling it for now, because that's what it is.
Do I get to know what the recorder ring does before I make a choice? Because that's the only one that I'm like not.
The recorder
Sure
ring records a set amount of time, so you turn the ring. It works like a recorder, literally like a handheld voice recorder. So you can record a message. I forget the length. I think 5 minutes is the maximum, or maybe 2 minutes. But you can record a message on it, and it stays on it permanently until you re-record a new message on there. So basically, you have one single recording on there whenever you want it.
I think I'm gonna do the wand. The recorder ring sounds cool and useful, but I think I'm gonna do the wand.
Ooh, roll me a d12.
That's a 4.
Oh. Okay, that could be fun. You gain Booming Blade, which you can cast 8 times.
Did I already have Booming Blade?
I don't know. I don't think that's a cleric spell. It's
It wouldn't be from cleric. It would be from elf. Let me just
double check. If it is something that you have, I will just pick the next one out.
Oh no, I don't. I have Mind Sliver. I was like, I know it's a damage spell of some sort. Yeah.
Okay, Booming Blade. So you can combine the wand with a weapon to add the Booming Blade effect 8 times.
Can I do that with the axe tattoo that I have?
Yeah, I'm just because it's a wand. I'm gonna just let it add to it. Like basically, we'll just say that it uses the charge whenever you use it on the weapon until the 8 times is used. For the high prize of the food collection, Cinn, you have the. Technically, you don't have an option. You kind of have an option, but you don't have an option. You are given a small metallic cube that is handed to you, which is going to be fun because it's just you having more things. And after a moment of it scanning and analyzing your hand, I'm going to let you. We can do one of 3 things. You can either roll a d12, or I can give you a list to choose from. You are muted.
Usually I like to choose things.
So, you have the option. You have gained a Funforged Mini, which is going to turn into a little mechanical sidekick / pet. They have to be tiny, so your options are going to be similar to the options of the stuffed animals that they've had, which is going to be squirrel, armadillo, hedgehog, quokka, otter, puppy, margay, lizard, chick, chipmunk, bunny, and piglet.
They're so fucking cute.
We can roll the dice on that.
Then go ahead and roll a d12. Not life or death. It's very much just what adorable animal do you get?
That is a 9.
You get a chick. So you get a little chick of whatever, really realistically any animal, any bird you want it to be. It does not have flying capabilities. It does not have full wings yet. It does like a little hop float thing. But it can be like a literal chicken one. You can make it be like a crow or something else that like fits your own aesthetic. But it's, you now have a little mechanical chick that
Raven chick.
that like can like it like has its own sentience and voice, so it talks to you in like a very high-pitched little voice, but it's now a little extra animal sidekick. I will give you the stats and stuff to that when we're all done.
Thank you.
That is your
Vinny,
prize for that.
how do you spell Margay? Because I'm very curious about all these animals, and that's the
MARGAY.
other one I need to know. Thank you.
Seen a quokka before?
Yes, they're adorable. I love them so
They're
much.
so. They're like the fucking happiest looking little mammals on the planet.
For
Have no natural predators.
Yeah, because everyone's too in love with. Oh my god! I looked up a Margay.
Do you like it?
It's so cute.
Look, I went around looking for the cutest animals. I did my homework.
You know those new Beanie Babies with like the big scary eyes? I think this is what they were trying to go for and failed miserably to do. Because this is fucking adorable.
The other fun thing is what is about to happen over on the performance side. Now,
Oh no.
I
don't like how you're phrasing that.
Well, there's a couple of good things here. First thing is you also get handed a little metal cube.
Oh shit.
So you can choose, or we can roll for it. It's up to you.
Oh, it's gonna be a quokka.
Quokka?
That's just fucking adorable. I'm not picking anything else.
So it unforms. And FYI for both of you, these things, because they are Faunaforge. Faunaforge have the capability of changing through a few different shapes. But these are minis. They are made to be non-combative. They're made to be animal sidekicks and just like little friends for people to have. There are other people who have won a few of them as well. Like they're just made to be fun things. Like we don't need like a 10-year-old that turns this thing into like a laser or something. What you can do is watch them turn into like a little bangle. So if you want like easy transport for them, you can have them like that, or you can have them out in normal form. So yeah, you win that, and there's a couple other winners who get their own prizes as well. But they're all going to be very similar stuff where it's basically just a prize level system. Come on.
It's just kind of like a little bashful when she wins because she wasn't like trying to win. So she's just like, oh, okay.
Let's see. Cool. And as that goes on, you guys watch as Temerity also scores highest in the scored second place. No, what is this innovation? It's not food. I would say it's in its own technology section. And Temerity also wins first in his own thing, because technically it's technology. And he just rolls a really good performance to go along with it.
The thing that got me was no, it's not food. That's what got me.
Look. Second place for them is a little Kenku named Tanner, who made a pair of boots that have some fun capabilities like jumping and kicking stuff. Apparently made the hide and everything all by himself.
That's incredibly cute.
They are.
I want to meet Tanner.
You can.
No, but I want to meet Tanner. I don't know if that's a good choice or
so
not.
good.
Um,
He's so good.
Eventually, the three big winners are called to the stage, which end up being Temerity in third place, who is handed a satchel of 300 platinum, so some solid gold.
Temerity was in third?
Temerity was in third, yeah. There were some good rolls, by you guys specifically.
I know.
In second,
No, but wait, how much? Oh, wait, quick question. How much did Temerity get one more time? Just for the notes.
300
for the notes.
platinum. Then in second place is Cinn with 500 platinum.
Yes, Cinn.
And you also, as you can tell by Lysander and Kusana not far away, like Lysander is talking to Tiam, the head of the top of the rift, and like you can see him like talking into her ear, and Kusana's like 5 steps away being like, we're not doing like so you have some people, like in addition to this, you have potential additional aspects for your recipe afterwards, depending on what you want to do with it. And in first place with a roll of a 30
No!
was Kanitae Baequiundilin. Connie,
Oh,
you are put
no.
center stage. You are given 500 platinum. You are given
Oh, fuck.
a fuck ton of money, and then you are also given a larger metallic orb, about this size, and it's handed over to you by Clyde, which is probably a little weird.
Oh, that's a little weird. That's
Clyde,
just a wee bit weird.
Clyde comes over and says, "Congratulations. So sorry that I'm the one doing this, but I'm the only other one in the city with a fully fledged funnel forged." And points to Crescent, his vulture that has been sitting on his shoulder. Says, "If you would take hold of this," and holds it out for you.
Like, just she kind of like looks confused for a second and then like slowly reaches her hands out.
You watch as it begins lighting up and forming around around your arms for a second, but it doesn't like separate. It like basically it like has almost like your hands together as it like the metallic like almost like a nanobot technology, we'll just say, begins going down your arms a bit, and then it recollides all into a figure, and you watch as like a cute little like two-eared like mammal appears in your hands for a second, but then it becomes a long sword, and then comes back along your body into like an armor form, and then as you hold your hand out, it all reforms into your hand, and you see a little Inari fox in the center of your hand as you hold on to it. Its eyes spark to life as it wakes up. And this is the part where you get to choose a couple things.
Oh no! Why are you gonna make me choose? Okay, cool, sure, this is fine.
First question.
Yeah.
What color is the energy that pulsates through it and glows inside its eyes?
Ooh. What color is the energy? I feel like. Oh shit. I want to say it's kind of maybe like a tealish color.
Okay, cool. Secondary. There is a animal, and then a weapon, and then an armor form. So it turns into the longsword, turns into the Inari fox. When it turns into the armor along your body, where is it and what do you want it to look like?
Ooh, I kind of really like the idea of something going up the arm, maybe like a pauldron or something like that. It's just kind of badass.
Cool. So you watch as it forms up here, and then you hear a little whisper of, "Hello, hello, hello," and then forms back into the little Inari fox.
Oh, hi.
What is the Inari fox's name?
Oh, fuck. Names. Damn it. Oh. Oh, God. I think she's gonna call her Dusk.
Dusk or Dusk?
Dusk.
Dusk.
Like sunset.
The eyes glow once more, and "Hi, I'm Dusk." And forms just hugs around your arm for a second. And yeah, you now have this little creature. You're also welcome to give away your other Fauna Fortune mini unless you want to have two creatures. You're more than welcome to have them. But you now have your little Quokka and Inari Fox pets, and you have a satchel of fucking platinum and a cheering crowd in front of you.
She's a little overwhelmed right now. Like, this is a lot. Like, and she's just kind of like she kind of forgets the crowd is there for a moment. Is just like watching the fox as it transforms and then de-transforms across like her arm. She's just like, oh my god. And then like looks out to the crowd and just kind of like gives like a little like, aha, thanks, kind of a wave. Like, she's just like, this has been a lot. Cool. This is cool. This is so cool.
As that goes on, eventually Aster goes and steals the mic from somebody. Says, now, let's let people enjoy their winnings in privacy for a little while. Everyone go back, enjoy the rest of the fair, the rest of the day. I will be out there if you wanted to come check out my food, and actually check out some good food, and waits for the crowd to laugh. Come on by to the food area, and he makes a gesture backwards for them to close the curtains so that there's a momentary pause. And a distraction is given. You guys in the crowd are welcome to come up and join your 3 winners. Temerity, we can say, is off.
Is there like an appreciative like thank you like mouthed in his direction? Like, thank you.
Yeah, so he gives a wink and he's like, I'm gonna go get hound by my food, and just goes and heads off.
The turnaround of the century is us suddenly liking Aster Montego.
Who would have thunk?
Asunar probably runs backstage with Try and just going, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and
just like after like she's like finally she's like finally putting her stuff away.
Okay, I'm gonna can I roll a strength check just to pick up the fucking 4 of them, because I probably could.
We can
just in a hug, just like
we can just say you do it. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
I feel like Connie just like runs at Asunar waiting for it and then isn't expecting her to like scoop up the other 2.
Yeah, you guys.
So there's like a sandwich stack almost.
Look, I gave other people some good odds as well. You guys fucking cleaned house. Like,
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting all of us to like. I wasn't expecting 3 people to place. I wasn't expecting everyone who competed to place. I wasn't expecting Ethel to place. That's the real truth of what's happening here. I was like, what?
No,
Expected Cinn to clean house.
Yeah, I
being
expected
honest.
Cinn to be.
No, you 2 killed it. I mean, even if you reversed it, like everyone would have gotten like a pet or something. So cool. Yeah, a lot of you walk away with different things, either magical items, magical pets, some good spending money, like some good spending money.
Yeah.
I think unless there's any final things people want to do in this moment of celebration, if there's anything else anyone wants to do, wrap it up in a second.
This is good because brain is like, aha, processing.
Anything more from Asunar?
she just sets people down, but I have a feeling Kanitae is still just holding on. Just as a grounding thing, being like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And Asunar's just
100%.
like, all right,
Yes.
I'm just holding you.
Yep.
Connie's
like, nope, I'm still here. If I touch the ground, the room's gonna spin.
Asunar just like tucks an arm like underneath Kanitae's butt, so she's like not dangling, but just kind of like being held.
Cradling me like a toddler.
A wee bit.
Okay, this is the 3rd fucking person I've done it to. I had to do it. To be fair, the other 2 were an imp and a dwarf.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I'm probably the largest person, but it's fine. This is funny.
We have a
My
posture
face
check and a hydrate, everybody, so just make sure.
Thanks, Echo.
I don't want to sit up.
Do it. Please. Cinn.
You're lucky I ran out of alcohol.
Cinn, is there any final things that you want to be doing? As it wraps up, you are getting like quickly. Lysander like walks by you and it's just like, all right, you're about to get bugged real hard time. Enjoy it, pal, and just gives you like a tap on the back and walks away as TM and Kusana both come up at you at the same time.
Oh, hey guys! Hey, what a great day! It's good to see both of you. I'm excited to see what the future has.
Both of them are like start talking over each other. TM, who's a lot calmer than Kusana, because Kusana's got that like happy, hyper wedding planner energy, so she like overpowers the conversation for the first few moments where she's like, imagine this, Cinn. Every happy couple, when they are getting their photo taken from the Lumi traces, the photo is them holding your food at the end of the meal, at the end of the day, and then having a quick kiss at the end. And TM's just like, I'll offer you 5% of everyone we sell. And that's like what she just like says that right there. And Kazana's like, well, I mean, obviously we're going to give you money too. I just want you to imagine the moment, that sheer moment of bliss and happiness. And TM's like, we also will put your name on the menu. And like, just like a back and forth between them trying to sell you on totally different points.
Oh, hey, this is great. If you guys could, write this down, I'd hate to, make a rash decision, but both of this sounds great. These are both places, your ballroom, your restaurant, both places that I've aspired to and enjoyed being in. So this is a great honor, and I'm sure we can work something out and get everyone a happy time with plenty of good food and happy customers.
And they're both like, yes, exclusively, right? Though it's going to be exclusive to my. And eventually you hear Sizzle come up with a big ahem, and he's like, and he mimics your voice, and he's like, it's good, like great option, like, and does like a perfect impression of you, and then says, write it down in your voice, talk about it later. And he gives you like a wink, like, I'm your manager now, buddy. I got you.
Yeah, Sizzle's my hero.
Ethel, is there anything that you want to be doing? Or actually, Cinn, was there anything you did want to be doing besides getting hounded by those two? Is there anything that you want to...
No, that's perfect.
Okay. Ethel, how about you? Anything particular?
Before I do, I'm just gonna shout out to the gifter who just anonymously gifted people
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
I also wanted to call that out. There wasn't a good time.
Yeah, but we're transitioning now, so I can say thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I super appreciate that. We love having more people come in here to chill and watch me either make people super happy and anxious,
super sad.
or crying and anxious. We don't know which one, but anxiety is involved.
Anxiety's always involved.
That's what a good tagline.
A tagline for literally Records of the Realm. Yeah.
Anxiety's always involved. Yeah, I think Ethel is is congratulating, obviously, Connie and Cinn and Temerity. And then Ooh. I just had a thought that I was not planning on. Hold on.
An unplanned thought? What's
Yeah,
that
I
like?
know. I know. And then she's gonna kind of tug Walter away from the crowd, and she's just gonna turn to him, and she's gonna say, "So I've had a thought lately because of some things some people have said, and I was wondering what you would think about getting officially married." I wasn't planning on this. I want to be clear. But this is such a good day so far. I'm like, this is a great time to do it when things are not messed up. This is like the one
Things
happy
don't
moment we've got.
suck.
Like, if we're gonna do it during a happy moment, now is the time.
Yeah, definitely not the worst time.
But I do want to pull him away because I don't want to take from anybody else's. People are excited and happy and celebrating. I'm not pulling away.
Be extra excited and happy. I don't know why you feel like you have to disappear, but fine.
Yeah. You say that, and he's like, "Oh, yes, that's." My head was actually kind of there too. And he like flips through the sketches that were done, and like he pulls out the last sketch, which this one didn't happen yet, but it's just a picture of him proposing on the ground like near the sunset. It's like, I was gonna make it extra cute, but I'm also fine with it just being a civil discussion.
Ethel's gonna kind of pause. She's gonna say, "You can make it extra cute. Pretend I didn't say anything, making it extra cute."
Oh, sure. Okay. He puts it back in the bag and says, Ethel, want to check these out real quick for a moment? And he like just goes cheek to cheek with you, and like as you like go through them, eventually he like gets down, and he doesn't have a ring. He's like, I didn't actually grab a ring. I also just thought of it this morning, but
Oh my god, I'm
I
gonna
would
cry.
like to officially tie the knot. I think we all deserve a little more focus on the happy parts.
I agree. Yes.
Am I 3 for 3? I think I'm 3 for 3 now. Awesome.
I have a request. Because of my observant feat, can I please fucking see this?
Yes, I'll allow you with your like passive perception of 20 to be seeing this off in the corner of the stage after like Connie's having a moment to herself, and Cinn's being bugged.
Koala-ing on Asunar trying to calm down because nothing is real right now.
She's still holding Kanitae and then just like holds her a little tighter and then just starts jumping because she's just like, he just fucking proposed.
What?
Well, they were already proposed.
They were already engaged, but he did it again.
No, but he did it again because like, well, probably just like as like an official like, hey, like we're gonna do this now, and she's just like, oh my god, they're getting married, they're gonna get married.
Connie's like jumping with Asunar now, like, oh my god.
You guys are doing that. He picks you up, Ethel, and he just says, "I love you, my moonlight." And you guys have a moment off on the side where no one else is, as he holds you.
So cute.
Any final things with that, Ethel, that you want to do?
Wow, I was not expecting that to happen. I mean, obviously I'm going to kiss him, but
that's kind of a given, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
100%.
I don't think I have anything specific. I think they're just gonna sit in that moment for a little while.
That's fair. Connie, things are
cute.
What's that? I just saw Sin on mute, which means he's gonna say something.
What are you gonna say, Sin?
Hey, Asunar, I wanted to say thank you for helping with the prep work, and you know, I'm not gonna say it in front of him, but Knifey gets a little bit self-conscious when it comes to little animals and things. So while this little chick is a great and wonderful gift, I think it would be a little too crowded if I was to hold on to it. So I want to say thank you for helping out and give you the little chick.
Oh,
There's a little chick on top of Asunar's head.
Yeah, because your arms are full.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'll put it on top for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Connie, in this moment, you see good things happening all around with your friends. You have Asunar holding on to you. Anything in particular for you before we ramp up?
I don't think so. I think at some point, once things settle down between Ethel and Walter, she'll go running over to Ethel and kind of like pull her into a spinny hug. But we'll save that for later.
Yeah. It ends. You guys all on stage, backstage with the curtains drawn. You hear people having a good time out there. You're all having a great time in here. God, we can end the session nicely for once. And hey, you know what? Even better, y'all get to level up.
Yeah.
Doing that right now because my dumbass will forget.
I will also forget.
Nice. Thank you guys for showing up today. We're gonna hand you off to another D&D group. I think Dungeons After Dark is going, and they have been super chill. We've been enjoying them, so we're probably gonna send you off to them. Before we do that, I would just once again ask you to check out the Fun Textures Choice. We appreciate helping out people with uteruses. Also, if you want to check out Jim Hammer's awesome stuff, we appreciate awesome stuff. And if you want to see the really cool artwork that our own artist of the day, who we hire with the small satchels of gold to do work as well, the Wet up there has made some really awesome artwork that we get to wear and enjoy, and we should be having more stickers coming soon, which is going to be fun too. Either way, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay respectful, and enjoy your level up in life.